consider that to be ducking then, shit. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Hey, Mars, let me talk, man. So, okay, you gave the argument once. I completely didn't track. So now, give it again so I can track.
Yeah, let's all fire him.
Okay, so let me track, but give it again so we can track. Go ahead.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أما بعد. You guys already know what to do. Let's get the shares up. Let's get the likes up. Let's run it up, inshallah. How is everyone doing? How we doing on the TikTok? How we doing on the YouTube? Toonsi's already on it on the YouTube. Barakallahu feek. Anti kalam is hitting me with the shush. You love to see it. Alright, let's connect the headphones. Alright. And if anybody disagrees with the prompt, you already know what to do. Make sure you get in that request box. Anybody that disagrees with Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam being God's final messenger and God's final prophet, be sure to request up and tell us why you disagree. Blank added the 1k like. Barakallahu feek. Make sure you don't spam like, or you don't use like some sort of software, because otherwise it's just gonna mess up the live. I disagree with the font. Can I rise? Of course you can. Guys, let's try push to 5,000 likes. I want to get the first guest at 5,000 likes. Everybody make sure you're tapping the screen and sharing the live. Rashad is saying TMA and chat, can we pray for my exam next week? Akhi, of course. Everyone make sure you make dua for Rashad, that Allah Jalla Jalala grants him success in his upcoming exam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen you and grant you success. Ameen ya Rab. If you are not Muslim and you disagree with the prompt, make sure you request up. Watching from the Philippines, Muslim Filipino, Barakallahu feek. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and bless every Muslim in the Philippines. When is the debate about the Islamic dilemma coming? Good question, because we was actually expecting for it to come out today, but unfortunately there seems to have been some miscalculations. So it should be out next week bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. That's when it should be released. And I can't wait for you guys to see it, honestly. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Zid, what's up?
I had a quick question.
Is it about the prompt?
It's just a quick question about a verse in the Quran. It's been causing me to have doubts a little bit.
Oh, you're Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the verse that's causing you to have doubt in the Quran?
You see the verse that talks about the future prophecy about the Persians beating the Romans, and then he makes a prediction that the Romans will become victorious.
Okay.
and people say it's meant to be in 3 to 9 years. But
Hmm.
apparently, the actual Arabic word doesn't mean 3 to 9 years. It just means a few years.
Okay, so have you looked into any of the tafsir of this verse? Because they all mention that it's supposed to be within 3 to 9 years, and we have actual authentic ahadith. Well, the Messenger himself, alayhi salatu wassalam, was addressing a companion, and he explained that it does mean 3 to 9 years. Because we essentially had a bet between one of the companions and the disbelievers, and the
Yeah, it
companion
was
done
Abu Bakr, I think.
yeah, and the companion done the bet too early, and then when he went back to the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, he explained to him that it's supposed to be within 3 to 9 years. So we know what it means.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
No worries. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Again, anybody that disagrees with the prompt, feel free to request up. I'm mainly looking for opposition. Anybody that disagrees with the prompt above.
Sorry, I don't disagree. I just entered. Okay, let me go.
Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum.
Allahu Akbar.
Interesting. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Interesting list of guests. Again, Islam is the truth and Islam is the only truth, and if anybody has an issue with the prompt, and if anybody has any arguments against the Islamic faith or any arguments against the prophethood and messengerhood of Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi make sure you request up. Any debates lined up? I mean, formal ones, not really. And it's probably going to be difficult to have formal debates lined up coming up soon. Because I'm not going to be in the country. So. Alright, let's see. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, what's up? What's your belief system?
I'm Christian.
Okay. How can I help you?
I just disagree with your prompt. It's just totally wrong.
Why is it totally wrong?
Because Muhammad said that in the Injil he was prophesied by Jesus, but when we go to the Injil, he was never prophesied.
It doesn't say that. Chapter 61, verse number 6 doesn't say that it's in the Injil. Show me that.
What do you mean?
Show
Ahmed
me.
literally said that he was prophesied by Jesus.
Wait. You said that it's found in the Injil. Show me where the Quran claims that Ahmad must be found in the Injil. Where does the Quran claim this?
The Quran. I can look it up,
Yeah, please, because it doesn't exist.
but I know it exists.
No, it doesn't. Hey, brother, you're looking at chapter 61, verse number 6. It doesn't say Injil anywhere in that verse. Okay? So let me help you with the argument. Nowhere does it say that Christ said this and it's in the Injil. It doesn't say that. All it says is that Christ said that Ahmad will come after me. Now you have to prove to me Why is it that we would expect to find in the synoptic gospels if Christ said that?
But he never said that.
Yeah. So again, absence of evidence, meaning that just because you don't find evidence that this was said doesn't mean he didn't say it. According to the Gospel of John of itself, the Gospel of John claims that there was many things said by Christ that weren't included in the synoptics. So how do you know that one of them wasn't the prophecy about Ahmed
Where did it say that?
in the Gospel of John?
The
Do you
Gospel
want
of
the
John.
exact reference?
Yeah.
I got you.
John. Hold on. I'm flipping to the page or to the book.
Alright. John chapter 21, verse number 25. John 21, 25. It says, Jesus did many other things as well. If every one of them were written down, I suppose that even the whole world would not have room for books that would be written. So according to this verse in John, a lot of the things that Christ did and said weren't actually written down.
It
So
doesn't
how?
say said, it just said he did.
Let's read it one more time. Oh, hold on. Is speaking an action?
Is what?
Is speaking an action?
Speaking in action?
Hmm.
Speaking is an action, yeah.
Okay, so speaking is doing something.
Yeah.
So right. So again, not finding a prophecy that says Ahmed by name doesn't actually refute Islam. It's a bad argument, bro.
I don't believe it, man.
Don't believe what? Your argument is bad. What's that to believe?
No, I don't believe that Muhammad is the final prophet or he's a prophet at all.
Okay, and your first
Me and you
argument,
serve two separately different gods anyway.
that's
We don't
fine.
we don't have
Yeah,
the same religion.
I don't serve bread and wine. You're right. I don't go ahead that Sunday and worship bread and wine. Do you worship bread and wine?
We don't worship bread and wine. We take it as
Oh,
commune or whatever it's called.
communion. Do you take it to be
Yeah,
symbolic?
communion. Well, yeah, it's the blood of Jesus and the body of Jesus.
That's symbolic according to you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and are you Catholic by chance?
No. I'm pure Christian.
You're you're pure Christian. Interesting. So
Yeah.
Catholics are not pure Christian. They're
No, because
impure.
they believe in like all the saints and stuff. We don't do that.
Ooh, they believe in all the saints. Do you have any early church fathers from the first 300 years of Christianity that took the bread and the wine to be symbolic?
No, I don't know. I don't study all that, like
Guess
all
what?
that far back.
They don't exist, brother. They don't exist. Everyone from the early church and from the apostles and from the supposed early Christians, they took the bread and the wine to be literal, to be the literal blood of Christ and to be the literal flesh of Christ. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, what does this have to do with anything?
I mean, if you don't have an issue with early Christians worshiping bread and wine, then I don't know what to tell you. Do you have an issue with that?
No, of
So you,
course
so
not.
you, so you don't have an issue with worshiping bread?
They didn't worship bread. That's the thing.
Oh, they did. They took
No,
it to be the actual flesh and the actual blood of Christ. They would say that the bread transubstantiates into the flesh of Christ, and the wine does the same. It follows suit. It does the same thing. So actually, if it becomes the body of Christ, it becomes worthy of worship. You want me to show you? Let me show you.
just because it like becomes worthy of worship doesn't mean that they worship it.
One second. Oh, what does it mean for something to become worthy of worship?
Well, if it's divine, if it's divine and it's God,
Let me show you. Let me find a good example of this. Hmm. Look. Open link in dump. One second. 1 second. Why is my thing tripping? Okay, let's put that aside for a second. Let's get back to that later. How about someone? So you said you worship a different god than me, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and is your God blessed or cursed?
My God is very blessed
Okay, so why does the Bible call Jesus cursed?
because he was cursed with the burden of carrying our sins. He died for our sins. That's why it was cursed. It was a curse put upon him.
So was he cursed or was he
He
blessed?
put it upon himself.
So was he cursed or blessed?
Oh, Jesus was cursed, but Jesus, as in his human form, was cursed. Then he
Oh,
died. He rose again.
interesting. So you do worship a cursed person?
I don't worship a cursed person. He removed that curse when he died, and then rose back again.
Whoa! You just said that you worship a cursed Jesus. We're talking about you
I
just said
don't.
he's cursed. Is he not cursed?
He's cursed, but not like. Well, he already lifted the curse. The curse was
What are
lifted
you
when
talking
he
about?
rose 3 days after.
That's fine, but it means that at some point your God was cursed, right? I say that my God was
Yeah.
always blessed. My God, the God that
Okay.
I worship, he was always blessed. Can you say the same thing?
hmm Yeah, I can actually.
You can't, because according to you, Jesus was cursed.
Uh, you have a point, but uh, I don't know, man.
Okay, let's take it a step further. My
Okay.
God knows all things. I worship a God
Okay.
that is all knowing. Does your God
Okay.
know all things?
Yeah, he does. And before you bring up anything that has to do with Jesus, he humbled himself in a human body. He let go of all of his divine knowledge, and he got all of his
Wow.
knowledge directly from God.
Wow, he gave up all his knowledge. What does it mean to give up your
Yes,
knowledge? What does that mean?
to give it, he no longer has it. He
What does that
he
mean?
uh he gave it up when he humbled himself inside of a human
Yeah.
body
What does it mean to give up knowledge?
to
What does it
essentially
what does it
forget
mean?
it,
What yeah, again, to forget it is to
to
not have
forfeit
it.
it, to forfeit it.
Let me give an example. Let me give an example.
All right.
If I say that I limit my power, like let's say for example I
Okay.
go to the gym, I can lift 25 kg, for example, or whatever, and I limit myself and I only lift 2 kg. I can, I can understand that. You're limiting your power. Fine. But to limit knowledge is meaningless, is to gibberish. Because knowledge, either possess it or you don't possess it. Either you have knowledge or you don't have knowledge. You can't limit knowledge. So when you're telling me that Christ didn't know things or limited his knowledge,
That's
you
why he asked
you're simply
his father for information.
just
He
wait. So
forbid.
he can't be God then, because otherwise you have to say that God can be God without being all knowing. Do you believe that?
What? No, that isn't. What? No,
Can God be God without being all knowing?
no, he can't be God. He's just false. But that
Good.
doesn't make Jesus false.
Hold on. Did Jesus know all things?
No, he didn't know all things in his human form. No,
Good. So if he didn't know things, and God in order to be God must know all things, what's 1 + 1? It then follows that he's not God because he doesn't know things.
that doesn't make him. That doesn't qualify him any less for God. He went to the Father for help.
Look, let me give an example. If I tell you, hey, in order for me to be a human, I have to have flesh and bones, for example. If I don't have flesh and bones, can I be a human?
If you don't have flesh and bones, you can. No,
Good. Let's stick with that. If I say, in order to be God, you must know all things all the time. If I don't know all things all the time, can I be God?
no, but
Good.
that isn't.
Just 1 second. We're working through it now. Now, did Jesus know all things all the time?
No, not all the time. When he forfeited his divine knowledge,
Again, when he's saying forfeit his divine knowledge, what does that actually mean? That's meaningless. Knowledge, either you have it or you don't have it. There is no in
he didn't
between.
have the knowledge. It doesn't matter. He's still God. He's God in human form.
Hold on, hold on.
You think a mere human form can contain all the knowledge that God has about everything in the whole
Just,
entire universe? No.
just wait. So, in his divine nature, he knew all things, but in his humanity, he didn't. Right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So this doesn't work. I'll tell you why it doesn't work. Because persons know things. Persons express things. Natures don't do things. For example, when I say, hey, I'm going outside, I don't say my human nature's going outside. I said that the person of TMA is going outside. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Good. So natures in of themselves, they don't possess things. Natures are the set of things that are possessed. Okay? So when you say, oh, well, he doesn't know according to his humanity and he knows according to his divinity, that's meaningless. Because it's the person of Christ that possesses the knowledge. Either he has it or he doesn't. So if the person of Christ knows it in his divinity, the person of Christ knows it. There is no such thing as the person of Christ not knowing it in his humanity. Because otherwise you would say that Christ is two persons. A person that knows and a person that doesn't.
Well, yeah, that's a Trinity. It's literally the Trinity.
So Christ is two persons?
Yes, Christ is two persons. Christ is God.
Brother,
Christ is three people.
there's difference between... Whoa. Wait, Christ is the Father according to you?
Yes, Christ is the Father. God literally said, God literally called him and himself one.
Wait, so
Him and Jesus one.
Christ and the Father are the same person and the same being?
No. They're not the same person. They're the same essence.
Okay, good.
God is a spirit. He's an essence.
Fine, perfect. They're the same person. They're the same being, and Christ and the Father, they're different persons, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's stick with that. Let's work
One
with that.
God, three distinct persons.
Now, the person of Christ, he's one person, right?
Okay, yeah.
Good. So the person of Christ isn't two persons. He's one person. Correct?
Yeah, but the essence of Christ is multiple people.
I understand that. Well, what are you saying? The essence of Christ is multiple people?
The essence of Christ is God himself.
Work with me here. Work with me. The person of
I'm
Christ,
working
the person himself, by himself, he's not multiple persons, right?
Yeah, no. Christ is just
Good.
Christ.
Good. So you can't say that part of Christ knows and part of Christ doesn't know, because that makes him two persons. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Therefore, now that's another reason to why my God is better than your God, because my God knows all things all the time. Because my God knows all things all the time, and your God doesn't know some things sometimes. That's who you worship. Okay? Now, you couldn't provide an argument against Islam. You said that we worship a different God.
We do.
I've shown you how your God is inferior to the God of Islam.
My God's inferior. My God doesn't promote beating women, buddy.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he doesn't promote beating women.
So explain this to me then. Very good. How about beating children? Does he promote that?
Beating children? No, he doesn't promote beating children. He ever said to beat children?
Let me read out what Jesus says. According to 1 Samuel 15:3, this is God speaking. Now go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them, but put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. Do you think it's okay to put to death men, women, sheep, infants, donkeys, cattle? Do you think that's okay?
No, it's not okay, but they were all pure evil. Like, there was no good in that city.
Whoa. The infants are pure evil? I don't think you want to say that.
Yes, we're all born into sin.
The infants are pure evil.
Yes, this world is full of sin after Adam and Eve. We're all born into sin.
Actually, about that, I actually have a question about that. You guys believe that Adam and Eve were the reason for original sin, right?
Yes, they bit the apple of knowledge.
Slow down. The apple. Oh, very good. The apple of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil, right?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So they acquired the knowledge of good and evil from eating the apple, right?
Yeah.
Good. So prior to eating the apple, they didn't know good and evil, correct?
No, they just were there.
Okay, good. So pay attention now. How can God hold them accountable for their action of quote unquote sinning when they didn't know what good and evil was prior to eating the apple?
Eating the apple in itself wasn't evil, and it wasn't directly bad, but they went against God's word. They disobeyed him.
Is going against God's word evil?
Yes, that is evil.
Okay, but if they didn't know good and evil, how could a God hold them accountable for that?
Because he told them directly not to eat
Well,
the fruit.
okay. So hold on. I know that God told them, but how would you know this is evil when they didn't eat the
Because
apple?
he said you should stay away from this fruit. If God tells you something, you should listen to. It's the divine being.
Hold on. Slow down. I know that God gave the command. I understand that. God told them, do not eat from the apple. The thing is, in order for you to have a sense of perception to be able to realize this is evil, you must already have a innate disposition of what good and evil is. Without the innate disposition, God giving that command is no different from giving a command that is good. Because according to you, they never knew what good and evil is. Like, for example, I'm going to give an example. If I don't know that not listening to my parents is evil, okay, and they tell me, hey, don't go outside. But if I don't know that this is evil and I still do it, I can't be held accountable because I don't know that this is evil. Do you understand?
Well, you still can be held accountable because the act is evil, no matter if you know it or not.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah.
killing a
The,
baby.
the thing,
It's still evil in both ways.
don't use the K word. Don't use the K word. Okay, use
Oh,
the
okay,
word.
okay.
Use the word unalive.
Okay, on the left.
I understand that you can say that the act in of itself is evil. I understand that. But someone is only held accountable when they're aware that this is evil. Like, for example, let's say you accidentally unalive someone by accident.
Okay. Okay.
You would get charged differently than if it was intentional, right?
Yeah.
Because
It's like manslaughter or something, right?
good, exactly. Because one you were aware and you did it intentionally, and the other one you weren't aware. Like, let's say it was an accident. Right, you wouldn't be punished the same way that you punish for something that is purposeful and non-accidental. Good. So
Yeah.
you saying that the act in of itself is evil doesn't really do anything because Adam and Eve didn't know that it was evil. So if they didn't conceive it was evil, how can they be held accountable for it? This is
Because they
a
still did
destruct.
the act.
This again, they didn't know it's evil. So, like, for example, let me ask you.
It doesn't matter that they knew it was
Just
evil.
wait,
They still did that. They still sinned
just
against
wait, just wait,
God.
just wait. If I tell you, hey, what's your name? Elijah. Elijah.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
tell you, hey, don't play football. Don't play football.
Okay.
But you don't know that not listening to me is evil. You don't know that because you don't know good and evil. Would you
Okay.
be held accountable for doing that?
Yeah, I would still be held accountable for doing it. If you told me directly, I would still be held accountable.
But hold on. But one second, in order to know that this is evil, you must know first prior that not listening to your parents is evil, right?
It's not
Meaning,
necessarily evil. It's just not good,
no. Pay attention. You must first know that, hey, if I don't listen to my parents, it's evil. I didn't listen to my parents, therefore it's evil, right?
I guess.
Good. So if you don't have that first perception of, hey, if I don't listen to my parents, this is evil. If you don't know that, you can't be held accountable for not listening to them because you don't know that it's evil. That's the point. So it's a destructive dilemma. So now you have an issue with original sin because the Bible never shows that Adam and Eve were to be held accountable. Now compare this to the Quran and compare this to Islam, where we don't believe that Adam and Eve were didn't know good and evil prior to eating the apple. It's different. So Islam actually explained this, while Christianity doesn't.
So in Islam, they knew that, like, good and evil. You're saying that?
Yep, and therefore the Quranic story makes sense. But the Christian story or the Genesis account doesn't make sense. We have a dilemma in this case.
So the dilemma, basically, you're saying is that they didn't know that what they were doing was wrong.
And therefore they couldn't be held accountable, and therefore it makes the Christian God unjust. But me and you both believe that God is just. So he
God
wouldn't
is
do that.
very just.
Exactly. So if he's gonna hold someone he's gonna hold someone
Well, he is
accountable.
just because
Just wait,
you
just wait. If he's gonna hold someone accountable, that person must be aware of what they're doing is actually a sin or actually evil for them to be held accountable.
yeah. Hold on. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this. he didn't punish them as bad because what like he does when somebody sins against him. I mean, that's the same thing he did with Lucifer. He casted him down. He had a whole battle with him. So when Lucifer sinned against him, and he knew like that was bad to sin against God because he had divine knowledge already because he's an angel, and he knew that. So he punished him more because he cast him out of heaven. He made this whole new place in hell for him, just for him. But he didn't do that. He just casted them out of the Garden of Eden. They could never come back. He guarded it with like the flames of the blade of flames.
Okay, we're not talking about punishment in this case. We're talking about them being held accountable for an action that they didn't know it's evil.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's the difference.
So wait, whether God punished or not is irrelevant. The whole point is that according to you, there is moral obligation. There is something that God instilled through the action of Adam and Eve that Adam and Eve didn't have accountability to choose from. That is the point.
Yeah, that's why he only casted them out of the Garden of Eden. Because if they knew prior to that, they would have been like.
Right, but the whole point is that God can't hold you accountable for something that you didn't know was good and evil. Like for example, if let's say a baby, I don't know, a baby breaks a window. Can a baby be held accountable for that?
No, because it's just a baby.
Okay, but what is it about them being a baby that makes them not accountable?
They're not formed. They're not developed. They don't know what they're doing.
They don't know, right? They don't know. They don't know better.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That is the point. Same thing with Adam and Eve. They didn't know any better. Because according to you, they only acquired the knowledge of good and evil after eating the apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't you think about that, man? Give it a thought.
I'm thinking about it. It's just
give it a thought, and you can always come back on the panel whenever you feel like you've thought of something.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you for having me, bro.
Thanks for coming up, bro.
Yep.
All right, guys, make sure we get the likes up. Let's get the shares up. Barakallahu fikum. The likes and the shares help support the live. Barakallahu fikum jami'a. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Keep faith. Keep faith? Never mind.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? What's your faith?
Well, I'm kind of in the middle right now.
In the middle between what?
Islam and Christianity.
Okay, so you don't believe in neither, or do you lean more towards one than the other, or what is it exactly?
Well, I've known Islam, but I'm not gonna lie, brother. Listen, I've been a supporter of you and Itachi for a while. After that debate, brother, I don't know. I can't lie. Like,
which debate?
It was this debate with this black guy and this guy named IP and some Asian lady.
What was the topic?
Like, you guys were talking about did the historical Jesus teach the Trinity or something like that? And it's like, oh my gosh, bro, I don't know. Okay, so I was watching it.
So what was the argument that they made that you think was strong? What was the argument exactly?
Well, to be honest, bro, I can't even relay the full argument. Like, cause the only reason I had an issue with the debate, obviously, like those guys, they do their thing or whatever, but bro.
Hey brother, look, like you ain't gotta come up here and lie. It's fine. You can just You can just, I know you have your own agenda, whatever. But if you're gonna, with all due respect, if you're gonna tell me that you were, I don't know, this devout Muslim and you used to listen to all these Muslim
Oh, I'm not. I
debaters,
wasn't devout. I wasn't devout. No.
and then I ask you for the argument that you think they made that was intellectual, and you can't give me the argument, that's a really bad look, bro. That's a really bad look. With all respect, like if I was you, I would
Well,
have come.
I wasn't devout. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off
That's
like
fine.
that. I'm sorry.
Whatever. The whole point is that you used to watch Muslim debaters, and the debate put you off, but you don't even know the argument. So to me, if I was you, I would have been a little bit more prepared. That if you, at least if you're gonna come up and speak about this topic, at least know the arguments being discussed. So
Okay.
what are we doing?
Do I have to relay all of them? Because I remember a few of your guys' arguments, but I wasn't really paying attention to them. But I was paying attention to like the responses in general. But I
Brother,
do know that.
are you not seeing where the issue is right now? Like, are you not seeing the elephant in the room?
Well, my issue was just that, bro. It's just you were making Islam look bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because it's like
fine. You're not telling me how.
Like they had to force you, and to be honest, I think the host was kind of biased, but that's another. I'm saying, but they had to force you to
They had to force us to say that the disciples are stupid. Is that what?
No, they had to force you guys to admit that Q is where you get the historical Jesus from, and then
you know what force us to do that means? Force us to do that means
because
that we hold on. Let me clarify something. To force us to do that, it means that we didn't believe in that position, and because they pressed us, we believe in that position. But hold on, where in the debate, the whole debate, do you get it from that we didn't already believe that Q contained the historical Jesus?
Oh no, I'm not saying that you guys believe that. It's just that it just you guys kept talking, and they kept talking too. I can't even lie. They kept talking too. It was just talking and talking before you guys admitted. Maybe you guys weren't hearing what they were saying or something.
Brother, I think the only one that wasn't hearing is you, buddy. Like, I think you're the only one that's confused. So, okay. So you're not telling me which arguments they were able to make that were good. You're not telling me how they were forcing us, because to force is to make someone get into a position that they weren't originally holding, which you couldn't show.
Well, you wouldn't admit you were holding that position at first.
Say again?
You guys wouldn't admit that you're holding that position at first.
Show me in the entire debate where we said that we don't believe that Q contained the historical Jesus. Where do we say that?
Oh no, you didn't say that. It's just that it took you a while to admit it.
How is that problematic? You do understand when it comes to argumentation that as you progress through the argumentation, there's going to be new lines of data that are going to come forth, right? Like, for example, if I say, hey, I believe that Christianity is false because of this argument. And you
ask by the way,
wait. And then you ask me for evidence.
I'm not here to like. I don't want to argue with you or anything. I'm sorry.
That's fine, but now you're in the middle of it, so I'm showing you how your channel of thought is problematic. Like, for example, if I say, hey, Christianity is false because of this, and then you ask me for evidence, and I say, hey, this is the piece of evidence. So now I've introduced a new data point for my argument to follow. That is not forcing someone. That's simply how argumentations work. In an argument, you're supposed to bring new reference data points as the argument progresses. There's no issue with that.
Well, I don't know. I guess I noticed, and it's probably not, and I understand, right? I understand that this is your guys' career, but like
you do understand.
I just saw like a bunch of.
One second.
I'm sorry.
You seem to be You seem to be very confused, bro. And I don't know. Yeah. You seem to be very confused. So let me make a few things clear to you. Number one, when it comes to watching debates, when it comes to watching any dialogue, whether it be between a Christian and atheist or a Jew and a Muslim, whatever may be the case, whatever, you're supposed to look at the evidence of the argumentation behind each argument. You're supposed to look for the evidence. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, did you do that for that debate?
Look at the evidence. Well, I looked into the Gospel of Q, but there's different Qs. But like I think they quoted the Q from this guy named John. I forget his last name. It's a long last name, but I looked into the Q because
But brother,
when you guys,
you just told me you don't know any arguments that they presented.
I mean, I can't relay it with precision because I didn't write it down. Because to be honest, bro, going into this, I was biased. I wasn't ready to actually listen to what they were saying. I was just listening to what you guys were saying. But
Okay, so do you know any arguments that we presented?
well, you said that the historical Jesus never taught the Trinity.
that's the title, bro. Come on, who you fooling? Who you fooling, bro? That's literally the title
Well,
of the debate.
the title was "Did Jesus teach the Trinity?" But you guys said that the post resurrection Jesus isn't a reliable source. And I mean that makes sense because they could always be lying about him coming back or whatever.
No,
But
that wasn't the argument. With all due respect, bro.
I know I just
Yeah,
added that part. I'm
no,
sorry.
that wasn't part of the argument at all. That's not even added. It was
Really?
never part of the argument. The argument was regarding it being ahistorical due to the expectation of the Messiah. But anyways, bro, with all due respect, like you
Do you
tried
have
to
any?
you
Do you
tried
have any
whether
different?
you've tried
Sorry.
to well, I don't know if you're honest or dishonest. I really couldn't care less. The whole point is that you made yourself look bad, bro. You made yourself look bad. You didn't even know the evidence used by both sides. So I would say,
Well,
I
I've
don't
been
know.
looking into it more. You know.
But you should have before coming on a panel and trying to say that you're half Christian, half Muslim. But
No, I'm not half Christian. No.
you just said you're in between.
I know, like, as in, like, I'm inquiring more because I like what I was hearing made sense, so that's why I'm looking into it even more now.
I'm so sorry. Were you like originally Christian looking to Islam or originally Muslim looking to Christianity? I'm confused.
Muslim looking into Christianity. Well, I'm not. I don't want to say I'm looking into. Like, I'm inquiring. You know, like, just I don't know how to explain. Like, I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Brother,
Like,
you're confusing me now. Now I'm the one confused. So look, how can I help you? Let's make it simple. How can I
okay,
help you?
okay. How? Okay, what is one early follower, like historical follower of Isa? Jesus.
What is one early historical follower of Jesus?
Yeah, what's the name of a historical follower of Jesus? And did he ever write anything down?
I'm so sorry. When you say follower, are you saying someone that's simply
Disciple.
a disciple? Is that what you mean?
Yes,
A disciple? Well,
historical disciple of Jesus.
okay, so we know that the traditional narrative attributes the 12 that we know to be, the 12 names in the Synoptic Gospels.
Yeah.
Now, when you say historical, I mean, it really does depend. These are like very vague semantics. So if you, for example, if you take the synoptics to be historical, then you would obviously like someone like Matthew, right? You would say that someone. The issue is that the earliest attestation that we have for Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John comes 180 AD by Irenaeus. So it really does become a difficult job to establish historicity.
Who's Irenaeus?
Who's Irenaeus?
Yeah.
He's a church father.
Church father. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Church father.
But I'm so confused. What's this got to do with Muhammad ﷺ being the final prophet? This is.
I'm sorry.
Irrelevant.
I heard you were the top, and I saw you on the debate. So obviously you're smart. So like I just that's why. But I don't know, man. I'll look into I'll try it. I'm sorry. You have a good day, bro.
Brother, you're confusing me. All right, bro. No worries. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? We come up. You say that you watched the debate and the Muslims didn't perform well. Okay, the Muslims didn't perform well. So what arguments did the Christians make? Well, I don't know. I don't know what arguments the Christian. Okay, fine. What arguments did the Muslim make? I don't know. I mean, okay. What do you want me to do now? Like, okay.
Hey, hello.
Black Blade, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Nothing much. What's your belief system?
I follow Christianity for the most part.
Okay. How can I help you? Muhammad is God's final prophet. Prove me wrong.
Well, I just have a more like a comment. So like on your
Okay,
last
is it an
video,
argument?
it's about like your video that you posted
Which video?
about the girl saying like why she left Islam.
About who?
Girl leaving Islam? Like one of your first videos here on TikTok.
Oh, on TikTok. I don't have a video about it
Yeah.
on TikTok. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about the that video, yeah. What about it?
Yeah. So she was saying how. Let me see the comment.
All right, I guess we're doing a survey of TMA's content now. Everybody has something to say, so let's see it.
Wait, did you hear me or no?
No, you have to be on the app.
Oh, my bad. My bad. The hadith says that it's his actions, and you're saying that no, that's his consequences.
What are you talking about?
You said that you understand what I was talking about, right? The video.
Yeah, the video
you
has
posted?
many references. Are you talking about the reference, the discussion between Adam and Moses?
Yeah.
Good. Let's pull up.
Okay.
There we go.
And then she also discusses about the babies, right?
Let's read it. The Prophet ﷺ said Adam and Moses argued with each other. Moses said to Adam, "O Adam, you are our father who had disappointed us and turned us out of paradise." Then Adam said to him, "O Moses, Allah favored you with his talked to you directly, and he wrote the Torah for you with his own hand. Do you blame me for action which Allah had written in my fate 40
His
years..."
actions.
Just wait, let me finish. 40 years before my creation. So Adam confuted Moses. Adam confuted Moses, and the Prophet ﷺ added, repeating the statement 3 times.
And he accepted the. Yeah.
So real quick, is
Yeah.
Adam turning them out of paradise? Is that an action?
That's the consequence.
So is it an action?
Is an action. I mean, yeah, right? Like you're leaving paradise,
Good.
right? You're doing something, right?
Good.
But I mean, it's more of a consequence, to be fair, though.
You just said it's an action. So it being a consequence.
Yeah. I said it could denote an action, but
it being a consequence, I agree. It is a
could be
consequence.
both, right?
Exactly. And therefore, we can still understand it within the context of the hadith that the reason that Moses blamed Abraham is due to the consequence, which was an action, according to your concession. So there is no argument.
No, but I don't think it's about the consequence of leaving. Like, hey guys, like
demonstrate that.
why would you even like argue that? Like, hey, Moses, how dare you like do sin, and then now we have to live outside of the obviously we're gonna bring in sin into the world.
Yeah, Moses
consequences
didn't say that.
we're gonna bring.
Moses didn't say that. Now you're making stuff up in the hadith. Moses said.
Okay, my bad.
The Prophet said Adam and Moses argued with each other. Moses said to Adam, "O Adam, you are our forefather who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise." So Moses saying, "Hey, you turned us out of paradise." That's a true statement, right? Good.
Yes.
And Adam replied by saying that this was decreed. That was going to be the consequence due to Adam's action. What's the issue?
No, he said, "Do you blame me for the actions that God have made me?"
Right, because it's decreed.
Can you repeat the verse again?
Wait, hold on.
Did it not say the actions that God had made me do?
I said that Adam said that because it's decreed. What you said is exactly what I said. That it was decreed.
It's not.
Hold on. What did you just say now?
I said, didn't you say that Allah said, "Hey Moses, it's no. Hey Adam, it's your actions."
No. You just responded to me what Adam said. You just responded to me, and you told me what Adam said. What Adam said was that, hey, this was decreed. That's what Adam said, right?
Let's repeat the verse one more time, please.
It's not a verse. I got you. Adam said, "O Moses, Allah favored you with his talked to you directly." And then it says, "Do you blame me for action which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation?" That's talking about the divine.
So for the actions that Allah haven't written for my fate, right?
Just wait.
Correct, right?
So it's talking about a decree, right?
So, but let me. Okay, am I wrong though?
Just wait.
The actions that Allah has gotten
talking about the decree,
faith.
right?
Am I wrong though?
Can you answer the question, bro? It is talking about the decree or not?
Am I wrong? Can you answer my question? Am I wrong for saying,
I began asking first. So unless you're being dishonest, you should have no issue in answering. That's up to you.
My brother, I said I'm legit repeating the ayah.
You're struggling to answer.
And I'm trying to make sure to understand.
Is it about decree or not? It's a simple question. We just read it. You said, hey, read it. I read it. Is it about decree?
What's your definition of decree? Decree.
Oh my, whatever the definition used in the hadith is it about that or no?
Sorry?
Is it about Are you okay, bro?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try again. Did Adam respond? Adam response, did he say that it was decreed? Yes or no?
Is that his response? Can you show me the ayah, please?
Wow. Let's read it one more time. Do you blame me for action which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation?
Written in my fate 40 years before my creation?
That is talking about God's decree, right?
So who said decree?
Hey brother, when someone says that, hey, how can you blame me for something that God ordained for me 40 years before my creation? That is divine decree, right?
I mean, that's what you guys are pursuing, right? Like that's what you guys are.
So it is divine decree.
And I don't know, man. That's what you want to say.
Hey brother, are you sure? Brother, are you sure you're good?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Are you sure? 100%?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try it for a third time. When Adam says that, hey, do you blame me for action which Allah had written in my fate? For it to be written in his fate, that is what we call divine decree, correct?
So then, what do you mean by decree?
Hello.
You define that.
I just defined it. To decree, if something to be written, to be decreed.
So it's destined.
Yep.
Is that what you're saying? So okay, so then you're saying, hey,
so now answer the question.
Why do you blame me for something that's already been destined?
So answer the question. Adam's response is that this was decreed, right?
I'm clarifying your question, so I don't misinterpret what you're saying.
The decree refers to it being written that is going to happen. So yes or no, did Adam was it decreed for Adam according to his response? Yes or no? It's a very simple question.
I'm clarifying the question from my perspective. If you don't want to allow that,
clarify the question. Do you want me to clarify what question means as well?
Sure, if you want, but that's not what I need though. That's not what I need though.
Do you want me to clarify what the word "the" means as well? Let me know.
If you want, but that's not what I need, is it though?
I'm pretty sure that's what you want, with all respect.
Is it though?
I'm pretty sure. If you don't know what decree means when I defined it 5 times, then I think you're a problem now.
So destined, and I want to clarify that. And I was like, hey, so you're saying, hey guys, Adam is saying, hey Moses, why are you questioning what is Allah destined me for to do?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And then you said, okay, why you're like changing the goalposts?
So now let's ask it for the final time. Adam's response to Moses is that this was decreed for him, right?
Sure.
Good. Now, and you agreed that him being kicked out is an action, right?
But wait, time out. You saw how long it took you to at least allow me to clarify my perspective?
Can you answer the question? Let's not play games.
But did you see how long it took you?
No. Answer the question. Is him being kicked out an action? Yes or no? It's very simple.
It's a consequence.
Is an action. You have 2 tries.
You can define it as an action, but yes, it's a consequence.
Thank you so much. So is an action. So therefore, Adam can be blamed for an action of them being kicked out, which is what is mentioned in the hadith. And therefore, we take the hadith upon its apparent that which is being blamed for is being kicked out, and being kicked out is decreed by God. Fine. Go ahead, and now I gave you our understanding of the hadith. Go ahead and give your argument.
So that part doesn't make sense. Why would you ask, hey, Adam?
That's a question on argument. Try again. Do you understand the difference between a question and argument?
No.
Okay, a question ends with a question mark, obviously. An argument, it can either be presented informally or it can be presented formally. That has a set of premises that can be formal or informal, and it has a conclusion. Do you have an argument?
What do you want from me?
I want you to present an argument, because that's what you said. You said you watched the video that I have, and based on the video, you have an argument. So present an argument.
Okay. So my argument is this. just because an action could be declared leaving the Garden of Eden doesn't leave that as being the consequence of it. Now you agree that okay, that's the consequence. So then my argument is this. Why does that make sense
Hey,
in
dumbass,
any
that's a
shape or
question. Hey,
form?
dumbass,
And that's a
dumbass.
question.
That's a
But
question.
that's
Try
my
again.
argument still. It
Too
doesn't make
bad.
logical sense. Okay, it doesn't make logical sense. Okay, here's
it
my
doesn't make
argument.
it doesn't make logical sense.
Logical sense. It doesn't make logical sense for someone to ask, "Hey, why are we out of the Garden of Eden once you sin?" It doesn't make sense. Like obviously, if you bring in sin into the world,
one second.
I wonder what kind of consequences are going to happen, right?
It doesn't make logical sense. Which contradiction is being presented in this hadith? What's the contradiction?
If you're asking,
you're stun locked right now. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know your left from your right. You're literally confused.
No, bro, I'm not.
You are confused.
I'm memorized. I'm bamboozled.
What is the contradiction? What is the contradiction?
You think and how your logical reasoning works.
Yeah. So when you say that,
make sense.
Hey, brother, when you say that something is illogical, let's work through this. When you say that something is illogical, you say that there's a contradiction, right?
Doesn't mean there has to be a contradiction, does it?
Okay, so help me understand this. Something can be free. Wait, hold on. Something can be free of contradiction, yet still be illogical, right?
Something can be illogical and not have any type of contradiction.
Wow. Brother, you're amazing. Honestly, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Please teach us more. Teach
All right,
us.
let me teach you more.
Give us.
How does it make sense?
The wisdom is spilling from your mind right now. Like I'm bamboozled.
Right,
something can be illogical and free of contradiction.
Use my word.
Wow.
Thank you. You use my word. Appreciate it. So like this is my. I will continue. So in Islam, you guys believe that Aisha was 9, but she was an adult. So therefore, in heaven, you guys believe there's 72 virgins, right?
You
guys say, "Oh, he's crazy," but there's hadiths that prove that.
Hey, brother,
so
are you okay?
If there's 72 virgins in heaven, do you mean there's 9-year-olds in heaven waiting for you?
Actually, no. Jesus says that there'll be 9-year-olds in heaven. You want to see that?
Wait, Jesus said that?
Yeah, according to Jesus, everyone is gonna be the bride of Christ, right?
What? And that means 9-year-olds.
Oh wait, hold on. Is there children in heaven?
Well, no, my brother. You're the one saying
is there children in heaven? Yes or no?
And guys, 1 plus 1, affinity plus affinity plus affinity.
Hey brother,
affinity.
Look, you have literally an IQ of a fish. Can you track the conversation? Do you believe as a Christian that children make it to heaven or do they go to hell?
They can make it to heaven, yeah, of course.
Okay, and everyone's everyone's gonna be the bride of Christ. So according to you, children are going to be wives, right?
And according to you, Allah says that babies will go to heaven. I mean, to hell.
Yeah, you're right. They are gonna go to heaven. That's right, because according to our hadith, they don't reach the age of accountability, and therefore they're not gonna be judged. That's right. Thank you. Oh man, this is nice. This is a nice expose of how the average Christian mind works. Something can be illogical and free of contradiction. This is amazing. You are dripping wisdom upon us. You're too smart for me, bro. Way too smart for me. Alaikum salam. Brother, you're Muslim?
Yeah, I'd like to say I'm Muslim, but
say again?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim. I claim to be Muslim.
Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum. I didn't hear what he said. Anyways, let's move on. Guys, everyone get the shares up and get the likes up. Let's get to 50,000 likes. Otherwise, we're going to shut down the comments. Alright? Real talk, loading.
Yo, what's up, TMA?
Flex, what's up? What's your belief system?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Beautiful. Muhammad alayhi salam
is
God's
so I got some questions that
prove me wrong,
I got some questions that entail an argument, and even if it isn't going to be correlative, it still disproves, Muhammad being prophet. If that works.
Brother, can you? You're a man, right?
I'm a what?
You're a man?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, can you speak like a man? I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I said I got some questions that entail an argument.
Okay, you got some questions that entail argument. Why are you speaking like that? You good?
Speaking like what?
No,
Yeah,
no,
I'm good, bro.
you're just sassy. But go ahead.
Sure, bro. Yeah, so we could just say that the Quran, as you guys believe it to be, is going to be like the infallible word of God. And if we could show a contradiction, right, everything in the belief system would just be correlative to be wrong. Do you agree or disagree?
Yep, if there is a contradiction in the Quran, then Islam would be false. Yes.
Yeah, or something doesn't align with history, correct?
No, we don't grant that.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, can you go to Quran 5 116?
Yep. And on Judgment Day, Allah will say, O Jesus, son of Mary, did you ever ask the people to worship you and your mother as gods beside Allah? He will answer, Glory be to you. How could I ever say that I have no right to say? If I had said such a thing, you would have certainly known it. You know what is within me, but I do not know what is within you. You alone are the knower of the unseen.
Good. So, would you agree that this is going to be going against like the Christianity doctrine of Mary being a god?
Well, it depends what Islam defines a God to be. Islam defines a God to be as any recipient of dua. Because according to Islam, dua is worship. And therefore, when you make dua, when you make supplication to someone, even if you don't profess them being a deity under Islam, they will be considered as someone to be taken as deities. We know this because in the Quran it also talks about how the Jews took the rabbis and monks as lords, but we know that they didn't believe that rabbis are gods, but they used them to make that which God made impermissible permissible, and that which God made permissible impermissible, and that's what we call istihlal in Islam or tahrim in Islam.
Good.
So
Good. Good. That's good.
what that means is is that you don't need to profess that someone is God in Islam in order for someone to be taken as a deity and therefore an object that receives supplication. So the argument is
Okay, good.
cheeks.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we'll see that. So, if we're gonna tell that this is gonna be a Christianity doctrine, then since you're making it as an internal critique to your Islamic belief, then it also has to correlate with the Christian doctrine, unless you disagree that this verse is talking about Christianity.
Well, it is talking about Christianity, and the Christians do take Mary as gods besides Jesus and Allah, because under Islamic theology, someone who is a recipient of dua is a god. Now, the semantic dispute here is whether or not that is professed or no, whether or not that's verbalized. And I'm saying that according to Islam, for someone to be taken as a deity, it doesn't need to be verbalized. As long as they are recipients of dua, there is someone taken as a deity besides God. Therefore, the
Yeah, but
argument
then
still
that
follows.
yeah, but then that poses another problem since you gotta accept that both are gonna be making an internal critique, and also according to history or like the way researchers find this, you're kind of wrong. They would take this to be the Coloridians, but sure. Do you want to stick with the Coloridians or Christianity?
What are you talking about? I'm saying it is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you 2 tries before I start pressing you with questions. 2 tries. I'm going so easy on you right now. Very easy on you.
easy. I mean,
So
you made two internal critiques. You have to pick
I
whether.
already said that when it comes to the Quran, making claims about other beliefs is going to be insofar as how Islam defines these terms. The Prophet Muhammad والسلام, defines worship, dua to be worship. Can we both agree that the Prophet Muhammad والسلام, defines dua to be worship? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, the
No,
Prophet
no, no.
himself defined this to be worship.
Beautiful. So
According to you.
anyone who is a recipient of dua in Islamic theology is going to be a recipient of worship, right?
Oh yeah, so then you agree
Just
that
wait,
Prophet Muhammad is making your Islamic theology?
just wait. What do you say?
Yeah, since you're saying that this is going to be correlative to Islamic theology, you would just say that the Prophet doing these choices and saying these things would just correlate for him making the Islamic theology. Is that incorrect?
Does Muhammad alayhi make Islamic theology?
Yeah, according to you, he does. Since you're gonna say
Yeah.
that he started the one
Yeah,
doing this.
the Prophet Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam brings God's decree. Yeah, he tells us about God and he brings revelation. So of course we're gonna know about Islamic theology from the Messenger of God. This is not something Wow, this is what we believe. Now, pay attention. You just agreed with me that the messenger defines dua towards someone to be worship towards someone. And according to Islam, a deity is a recipient of worship, right?
Yeah, according to your belief.
Good. So, if someone who's a recipient of worship is a deity, and Islam says that Christians send supplication or dua to Mary, under the Islamic definition, what the Quran says correlates or corresponds to reality. Under the Islamic conception of what it means for someone to be a deity, right?
Yeah, that's why you have to stick with the Coloridians. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if we were to take your Islamic theology to be right, that you guys take du'as or praise to
No, no,
be
no.
worship, then in the other, hold on, no, no, then that's gonna be like a
No, 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 no.
generalization.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. Islamic theology doesn't need to be right for my response to follow, my friend. All that it needs to do is
so
that
it's making
just wait,
claim based off its own paradigm. How does that
no,
follow?
that doesn't follow. All that it needs to do is that the way that
I know it doesn't follow. That's what I'm asking.
wait, the way that Islam defines these terms, if Islam cashes out these terms to be what Christians do, then that is enough for the Islamic claim that Christians take Mary as a deity to follow. Islam doesn't need to be true for my argument to follow. So you're not tracking. So now I'm gonna ask you for the final time, and this is where you're gonna get caught. According to Islamic theology, if what it means for someone to be a deity is to be a recipient of dua, to be a recipient of worship, you would agree that what the Quran claims about the Christians is true, right?
Did you read the verse?
Answer the question, boy. Yes or no?
I will answer the question, but then I'm pretty sure
answer the question, boy. Yes or no?
Yeah, the question says that if we were to take Islamic
answer the
theology
question.
to be correct,
Yes or no? Don't
I'm
repeat the
repeating
question.
it.
I know my own question. Answer it.
You sure? Yeah. So we would have to
So
take
it's a
both
yes.
sides.
So it's a yes.
Both sides to account. Stop
Is it a
trying to
yes or
run.
no?
Both sides to account.
Is it
Wait,
a yes
why are
or
you
no?
running? It's both sides to account.
I'm running so much. Is it a yes or no?
Yes, you're quite literally running. It's both sides to account. Do you not know that?
You're not telling me. Are you saying yes to my answer?
Yeah, this is why history disagrees with your answer. It doesn't follow that.
Are you saying yes? Are you saying yes to my answer? Is that a yes?
Both have to follow. Are you okay?
Let's try one more time. Are you saying yes to my
Yeah,
answer?
I'm answering. Both have to follow.
That's not telling me yes or no. Try again.
Yeah, bro. Both have to follow. Do you understand?
So is that yes or no? Which one?
On both sides, yes. On both sides, it has to follow.
Beautiful. So the Islamic claim that the Christians and the Jews, and the Christians specifically, have taken Mary as a deity corresponds to reality is an astounding yes. Wow. You've embarrassed yourself, boy. You've embarrassed yourself, boy. You've been caught offside. You've been caught offside, brother. Try again. VAR that one. Someone do a VAR check on that one, real quick. Well, who's playing today? Let me see. World Cup games. We've got Netherlands. Netherlands, Sweden 4-1. Then we got Germany, Ivory Coast. Okay. Hey, listen. I'm supporting Egypt all the way. We're definitely going to make it out of the group stages, inshallah. Inshallah. Alright, let's move on. Bro, hey, listen. Egypt is only lost because of the goal count. That's the only reason why Egypt is lost. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. All right. We still good. We still good. It's all right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Brother, wa alaikum salam. Are you Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, but I want to argue the statement.
You want to argue the statement?
Yeah.
So you disagree with the statement?
Yeah, I disagree.
Oh, you're just an Ahmadi?
Yeah, I'm Ahmadi. Yeah. I want to argue the statement.
Okay, so as an Ahmadi, hold on, let me get this straight. As an Ahmadi, revelation comes after the Messenger alayhi salam.
I think revelation has not stopped. It's continued.
So when the messenger and the Quran tells us اليوم أتممت لكم دينكم, that today,
أكملت.
today I have perfected Islam for you as a religion, what does that mean to you?
Yeah. It means today I've completed the religion. It doesn't mean that I've stopped wahi, I've stopped revelation.
Wait, hold on. So if it's completed, then I don't need anything else, right?
If it's completed, then what's stopping God from still speaking to us? This is
Hold
my
on.
question.
1 second. If it's complete, I don't need any more guidance, right?
Actually, okay, fine. I agree with you. The religion is complete. But
Okay.
does that mean that God?
You know, answer my question. If
But
it's
I want to
Sweet,
talk about the statement, please. I
no,
want to talk about the statement.
no. If it's completed, you don't need any more guidance, right?
If it's completed, there's no harj in there being more guidance logically.
Okay, wait, 1 second.
But
Can someone be guided without following your prophet?
no,
So the religion is not complete then, huh?
the religion when a Nabi sent, is it fard
Just wait,
upon the person to follow the Nabi or not?
focus. When God, if you're telling me that someone needs to follow your prophet, Mirza
Yeah.
Ghulam Ahmad, in order to be guided, it means
Yeah.
that prior to Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, the religion wasn't complete, right?
It was complete. It was complete.
So
but
it was
because
wait,
Rasulullah,
one second.
okay.
It was complete.
It was complete.
But
The religion,
today is not complete.
When I'm talking about the religion, what are you talking about specifically when you're discussing the religion? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the credo matters and the jurisprudence. Was it complete or not?
Okay. When I'm talking about religion, I believe you're talking about Sharia. And
Yeah,
if you're talking about Sharia,
does the
I
Sharia
agree with you.
include aqaid? Does it include aqidah?
Does Sharia include Aqidah?
Uh-huh.
Does Sharia include Aqidah? Is that what you're asking me?
Yep.
Yes, it does. Of course it does.
Good. So, if it was complete before the coming of Mirza, meaning both the aqidah and the jurisprudence was completed, then if someone comes along and claims it's incomplete, he's lying, right?
I believe that if you do not follow Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam regarding his teachings,
you're not answering my question, brother.
What's your question? Sorry,
this is what you guys love to. You love to do ta'wil, brother. It's a very simple question. Very simple question. If the religion was complete in both the creed and the jurisprudence at some point, and someone comes along and says, "Hey, it's incomplete," then that person is a liar, right?
Okay, then my question for you is, what is the purpose for the coming?
Can you just yes or no?
I agree with you. I agree. I affirm.
You'll be a liar, right?
No. I affirm what you say. Okay, fine. For argument's sake, I agree with you.
Allah.
He would be a liar if he says if he says that the Sharia is incomplete, then he is a liar. Wallah, he's a liar. But I have a question for you.
Wait, 1 second. What was the purpose of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad? Was he sent to complete the religion, or to not complete the religion?
It was to renew the religion, to renew it, not to add anything, not to
1 second.
take anything away.
Did he include a shara that Muhammad didn't include?
No, he did not.
Okay, good. So there is following him a shara?
Of course it is, because he's a Nabi. If he claims to be a Nabi, then you must follow him.
Wait,
because you just mentioned yourself that it's part of Aqidah to follow.
It's how you contradicted yourself. You just said that there was no shara that was new, and in the same breath you said that following is a shara and that it was new. You see how you contradicted yourself?
What is mal iman, akhi, mal iman.
You see how
you wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi.
You see how you contradicted yourself.
Brother, sorry, I have one question
your religion is a walking contradiction. Which one is it? Is the religion complete or incomplete?
Okay, brother, I have a question. Serious question. If I disbelieve in Jesus, in Isa alayhi salam, does that make my Islam deficient?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so if a Nabi comes after Rasulullah and he claims to be a Nabi, and a Muslim does not follow that Nabi, does that make his religion deficient? Is Islam deficient? Yes or no?
1 second. If God already said that Muhammad is the final messenger, and
okay, we can argue that. Excellent, we can argue that.
Whoa, easy, buddy, easy. Look how he tried to sway from the argument. Nice try. You're slick, But guess what? I'm gonna bring you and put you back in the same difficult position that you're in. You have a dilemma, my friend. Either the religion of Muhammad ibn Abdullah was complete in aqidah, and jurisprudence, or it wasn't. Which one is it? Let me give it.
I agree with you. Wallahi, I affirm this. I agree with this.
Stop. Because you guys love ta'wil and you love tahrif. It's very clear.
I don't believe in tahrif. You believe in tahrif, akhi.
Let me make it very clear to you.
You believe in Nasr al-Quran.
Let's say you don't know what I believe. Don't tell me what I believe. You don't know what I believe. You don't even know.
Do you believe that ayat in the Quran can be mansukh? Yes or no?
Hey brother, these Mirza Ghulam Ahmad rhetoric techniques.
You're not gonna answer me. That's
they're not gonna help. They're not gonna help here. Trust me.
Okay, go on. Continue the story.
If I say, hey guys, I'm going to take this course, this maths course, for example, and the teacher says, hey, this maths course is enough and sufficient for you to graduate. Okay, good. Now, if the same teacher comes along and says, hey, by the way, that maths course by itself is not sufficient, you need to do another course on top. Did the teacher contradict himself or not?
I think your analogy, I'm going to be honest.
Answer the question.
It's just
no,
pointless.
Don't tell
because
me my analogy. Don't tell me my analogy. Nope. I don't need to tell me to agree with me.
What's your name?
I need to answer the question.
What's your name, sorry?
My name is Mirza Ghulam's father. He's under my foot.
Okay, that's disrespectful.
Yeah, no, that is completely respectful because your religion,
is this the adab of the Salaf?
Your whole religion is a disrespect to my religion. Yeah.
Okay, I understand this.
According to you, my messenger Muhammad ibn Abdullah is deficient. According to you, my messenger didn't bring the final revelation. According to you, my messenger failed. Guess what? I defend my messenger. My messenger didn't fail. We don't need another message to come after. We don't need that. My messenger was fully brought the full revelation. He brought everything that was correct. We don't need anyone else to come along and claim that the revelation was insufficient. So barakallahu feek, please.
Can you just answer my questions now, please?
No, you need to now answer my question.
What's your question?
I swear to God, if you
answer your question, will you answer my questions?
Brother, you don't tell me what to do. This is my panel. You follow my rules.
Issue. I respect you.
No Ahmadi who says that Muhammad is deficient is going to tell me what I do.
He's not deficient. Wallahi, he's not deficient. I did not say that.
Yeah,
I did not say Rasulullah is deficient. Wallahi, I did not say that.
We'll see. So now, if the teacher then says, oh, no, you actually need to take another course in order to qualify, that teacher would be contradicting himself, right?
Okay.
Yes or no? Would he be contradicting himself or no?
Yeah, he would be contradicting himself.
Allahu Akbar. Beautiful. So now we have a principle. The principle of the following. If someone claims that the Sharia includes both the aqa'id and the ahkam is sufficient, and then someone else comes along and says that no, there is more Sharia and more aqa'id, then according to you that would
be... He's a liar. He's a kadhab. He's a liar.
Hold on. Let's pause right there. If someone introduces new shara'i', he's a liar, right?
He's a liar. He's a kafir.
One second. This is beautiful. Guys, everyone pay attention. Premise 1. If anybody introduces new shara'i', he's a liar. That's premise 1. Premise 2. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad introduced a new sharia.
Wallahi, he didn't.
Wait. Okay, one second. We'll see.
Prove it to me.
Just let me present the argument, then we're gonna go through it.
Okay.
Premise 1. This is my argument. Premise 1. If anybody introduces a new shara'i', he's a liar. Premise 2. Mirza introduced new shara'i'. Premise 3. Conclusion. Mirza is a liar. Now, is following Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, is that a new sharia compared to? One second. So if it wasn't new, then the people before Mirza had to follow that. They had to follow Mirza, right?
Again, sorry, one more time.
Did the people before Mirza, did they have to follow Mirza?
No, because he wasn't alive during that time.
Good. So it was something new to what Muhammad ﷺ brought, right?
Absolutely not. He didn't add or subtract anything to the deen.
1 second. So did Muhammad tell you to follow Mirza?
Yes, he did. I can prove it.
Allahu Akbar. Muhammad
I can prove it.
guys, Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. So wait, he prophesied of Mirza? Wala
Yes, he
Muhammad?
did.
Allahu Akbar.
It says, do you want me to prove it?
Show me where Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi salatu wassalam prophesied of your pathetic prophet. Show me that.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يأتي من بعد اسمه أحمد. Is that sufficient?
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Look. Oh.
Okay, can I ask my question now, please?
Beautiful. Now let me show you, everybody. Let's show his absolute stupidity. He quoted chapter 61 of the Quran, verse number 6, to say, guess what? To say that this is a prophecy about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani. Everybody, let's read chapter 61, verse number 6 that he's referring to. Allah. 1 second. Hopefully I can bring it up. Everybody, bear with me. Give me a second. This is amazing. Beautiful. Brother, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Begin reading. اقرأ.
I can't see يا أخي.
Go ahead.
وإذ قال عيسى ابن مريم يا بني إسرائيل إني رسول
عيسى
الله
ابن مريم.
إليكم.
عيسى ابن مريم. Go ahead, continue.
يا بني إسرائيل إني رسول الله إليكم مصدقا لما بين يدي.
Keep going.
من التوراة ومبشرا برسول يأتي من بعد اسمه أحمد. I can't see it. فلما جاءهم بالبينات قالوا هذا سحر مبين.
الله أكبر. صدق الله العظيم. Now, bring me one person from the Salaf. One person.
I'll give you even better. Wallahi, actually, I'll give you even better.
Stop.
Inshallah.
Give me one person from the Salaf, from the Sahaba. صغار التابعون, وسط التابعون, كبار التابعون, that said that this was not fulfilled by Muhammad bin Abdullah. Yalla. Bring it.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second, okay, 1 second. I will give you something better.
Nope.
I'll give you something better.
Nope. I want exactly that. That.
I'll give you hadith, in fact.
No, I want exactly what I asked you for. Bring me one person from the Salaf, either a Sahabi, you know what? A non-Sahabi, a Tabi'i.
Okay. Is Bukhari sufficient? Is Bukhari sufficient?
Is Bukhari a Tabi'i, bro? Is Bukhari from the Salaf?
Is Bukhari is he a major figure amongst Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah?
I want someone who's an early recipient who says that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam didn't.
I'll give you Abu Hurairah. Do you want Abu Hurairah?
Yep, bring it.
Do you want Abu Hurairah? Okay.
He said that Muhammad. Wait, 1 second. Just to be clear, what are you gonna bring?
Bukhari Kitab al-Tafsir, please.
Just wait. Just wait. Just to be clear, before we continue, what you're gonna bring is that they said that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam didn't fulfill this, right?
Go to Bukhari Kitab al-Tafsir, please.
Just wait. Before we continue, let's be very clear on what we're bringing. What's your name?
Rahman.
What you're about to show me is that someone said from the Salaf, like Abu Hurairah, that Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam did not fulfill 61:6. Is that what you're about to show me?
No. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna tell you that this is referring to another person as well. This is what I'm gonna show you.
Whoa. You claimed that this prophecy is about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, right?
Yep.
Good.
This is regarding Rasulullah and Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam.
Wait. Oh, it's both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to prove it to you. Can I prove it to you, please?
1 second. Does the verse mention one Rasul or 2?
Can I give you my evidence,
Answer
please?
the question. Does the verse... Someone said topology.
Can
Does
go to
does the verse mention 1 person or 2 people?
can you just
No, no,
look at
no,
my
no, no, no,
look at
no,
my
can you...
delil,
No, no,
please?
no, can you just... No, can you just... Nothing. Does the verse mention 1 or 2 people?
Actually, can you I want to
Up,
prove my
up, up, up,
argument
up,
that
up,
this is
up, up,
referring to
up.
Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam. Can we do that, please?
It's a very simple question. It's a very simple question.
Yeah, go on.
Does the verse mention 1 person or 2?
It mentions 2 people according to the hadith as well.
It mentions... Wow. It mentions 2 people.
Yeah.
Show me who from... You said Abu Hurairah said it's 2 people?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Show me Abu Hurairah said that the one who's to come in 616 is 2 people. Show me that.
1 second. 1 second, I think. Sorry.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay,
1
ay,
second.
ay,
1
ay.
second.
This is the religion of Ahmadiyya, ladies and gentlemen. They have to lie and make up lies about the Muslims to try and make up their religion. So now that means there is a mistake. There's a grammatical mistake in the Quran, right?
No, absolutely not.
So why is it in the singular, not in the plural?
I'm gonna show you, Akhi.
He's gonna show me. You're gonna show me that the Quran has mistakes? Is that what you're gonna show me?
1 second. Let me just pull up. Let me just give you the reference, inshallah.
Give me the reference, please. Please
Okay.
give me the reference.
Okay, 1 second, Akhi. 1 second.
Please show me the reference that shows your corrupt aqidah. So now the Quran is muharraf now. Now the Quran uses singular pronouns for multiple people. Is that right?
1 second, Akhi. 1 second.
Whoa. What do you mean 1 second?
Quite pull it up.
Whoa. Do you not know Arabic grammar, my friend?
I'm learning, inshallah.
You're learning. So
Yeah.
basic question, if I use singular pronouns, it's referring to a singular person, right?
Yeah. Usually.
Except
Yeah.
for 616, right?
1 second.
2 seconds.
61.
أيوة.
X.
أيوة.
Okay.
So hold on. Let me get this straight then. Let me actually open up.
Yeah, go on.
No, please. Where does Abu Hurairah say what you say, brother?
1 second.
Where does Abu Hurairah say that this is about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad? Please show me.
لو كان الإيمان بالسورية. 1 second.
أيوة.
Sorry, I'm just searching up.
Yeah, take your time, Habibi. Take your time to look for your non-existent aqidah. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead. Inshallah, yeah. So he knows it's non-existent, you see?
1 second. What's the ayah again? Sorry.
You don't know the ayah. You're confused.
61.
You don't know the ayah that supposedly proves the entire creed? Allahu Akbar. Let me help you.
What's the ayah? I mean, what's the verse number?
It's verse number 6, Habibi. You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you how to sleep at night as well? Which side to sleep on?
Oh no, thank you.
It's okay. No worries.
Okay, so there's a hadith that states that يأتي من بعد اسمه أحمد.
أيوة.
1 second.
2 seconds.
Okay, regarding a hadith, it states that the Sahaba asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who are these people that are gonna come after? Right?
Whoa. What's the hadith reference? You think I'm slow? You think I walk with my head down?
1 second.
What is the hadith reference, brother?
I'm pretty sure it's
What is the
Bukhari, but I
hadith
can't find it exactly.
reference, brother?
But I just wanted to say that regarding the hadith,
Ah, no, 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 no,
لو
no, no,
كان
no, 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 no,
الإيمان
no, 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 no.
معلقا بالثريا
معلكا,
لناله
معلكا.
رجل.
What is معلكا?
Yeah.
Brother, stop. You think I'm stupid?
No, absolutely not. I
Good.
respect you.
You said that 61:6, according to the Salaf,
Right.
says that this is about multiple people. That the one to come is about multiple people.
Yep.
هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين. Bring it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I want to talk to you regarding that hadith. Regarding this.
I don't want to talk to you about nothing right now. All I want from you right now is this reference from the Salaf.
Actually, can I please argue my point,
No.
please? Or are you just going to...
No.
Regarding the hadith,
No.
لو كان الإيمان...
Up. It's okay.
Are you gonna let me speak, or...
You cooked yourself. You said, I gave you the argument to why your false prophet is a false prophet. I gave you premise 1, premise 2, and the conclusion. You said that the reason why Mirza Ghulam Ahmad didn't bring a new Sharia is because he was prophesied.
He was prophesied. Yes, I agreed. I believe that.
Easy. And according to you, was prophesied in accordance to 61:6. I was like, okay, you're saying that this is distinct from the apparent reading that this is referring to one individual, Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi salatu wasalam, and you're saying
Can't
that
there,
no, stop.
can't there be multiple ta'wilat regarding an ayah? Can you just answer this for me, please?
Stop the
1 second, can I ask you a question? But no, before you continue.
Stop the cope.
Can
So
I,
now, if you're
can I ask the
saying,
question? Are you Salafi?
I'm a Salafi Wahhabi, yes. If you're saying
You're a Salafi Wahhabi,
I'm a
okay.
Wahhabite, yes. If you're saying
Okay.
that the
I
ayah
like
has a, if you,
Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab.
yep, I love Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, yes. If you're saying that the ayah goes beyond its apparent, and it's actually about two people, هاتوا برهانكم. Who from the Salaf?
من كان في هذه الأعمى فهو في الآخرة أعمى. Do you agree that the person who is blind in this world will be blind in the next world? Do you agree with this, yes or no?
So now, did anybody from the Salaf understand 61:6 to be about multiple people? Yes or no?
Actually, answer my question. Listen.
No.
The thing you put up.
I don't feel like answering your question. You have to answer my question.
Oh, why are you scared? Please, let me just make a statement, please. Let me make a statement, please.
I'm so scared. Did anybody?
Okay, let me ask you something now.
Did anybody from the Salaf understand it the way that you understand it?
Let me ask you a question.
No.
Please, don't be like that, please.
I'm gonna give you one more opportunity, because you know that you can't defend your false religion. Did anybody from the Salaf understand it the way that you did, yes or no?
Okay. Wallahi, inshallah, I know you're not going to answer this question. Inshallah.
So you're in panic mode.
Is Isa going to come back, yes or no? Is he going to come back?
Okay, pause. You said wallahi, I'm not gonna answer that question, right?
Wallahi, inshallah, you're not gonna answer this question. Is Isa gonna come back, yes or no?
Okay, I'm gonna answer your question and you're gonna answer mine. Sounds good? Good deal?
Answer my question, please.
And wait, hold on, before we continue, if I answer yours, you're gonna answer mine, right?
Answer this question, please.
I'm gonna ask you one final time. If I answer your question, you're going to answer mine, right?
Inshallah.
Is that a yes or no?
Inshallah. Let's continue.
Okay, good. Isa alayhi salam will come back. Now it's your turn. Now it's your
turn.
No, stop. No, excellent. No, not stop. Now, do you have a single soul from the Salaf who believed 61:6 to be about multiple people?
I don't believe the Salaf are infallible. I don't believe they're infallible.
Allahu Akbar.
Now, my next question is...
Allahu Akbar. So when the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam says to follow his way and the way of his companions, according to him, he's lying. when the Prophet ﷺ said that the best people after me are the first 3 generations, he was lying. They didn't know what they were talking about. When the Prophet ﷺ said that the companions would not skip a single page of the Quran unless they read it, they memorized it, and they worked by it, they were lying. When the Prophet ﷺ said Ibn Abbas was granted understanding of the Quran, he was lying. Thank you so much for proving that your religion is built upon calling Muhammad ibn Abdullah alayhi afdal salatu wassalam a liar. Thank you so much for proving it. Thank you. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna clip this and you will be my next YouTube video. Hold on. He really said 61.6 is about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. Oh man. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Amazing.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum salam. You Muslim?
Yes, I'm Muslim. I just had a... Sorry, was you going to talk?
No, I'm just looking to speak to non-Muslims at the moment, akhi. If you don't mind.
It's okay. I just had one question about something I don't really understand. It's okay? It's very quick.
Do you want to DM me about it after the live, inshallah? So that way I get more time to speak with the non-Muslims right now.
Oh, okay, no worries. Okay, thank you.
Barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum. Beautiful. Beautiful. By the way, Rahman, whatever your name is, you're more than welcome to come up if you have your evidence for 616. More than welcome. You show me anybody who took it beyond its apparent meaning and done ta'weel of 616 saying it's about Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. I'll let you host the live. Oh, you can't because your religion is a fraud. You're a fraud. Hello, Mr. The Mind.
Hey, how's it going?
Nothing much. Are you a non-Muslim? If so, what is your belief?
Ooh, that's a difficult one to explain because I have a very broad belief system when it comes to theism.
Do you believe in a specific religion or are you simply atheist?
Oh no, I'm not atheist. I believe
No, I'm saying
in the teachings of Jesus, but my view on God might supersede what you could understand about God.
No problemos. So you're a follower of Christ. Beautiful. Muhammad is God's final prophet. Prove me wrong, win $1,000. Go ahead.
Well, I want to bring you back to the chapter 61, verse 6, real quick, that we were discussing earlier. So, True or False Quran was written in 587 AD, about 5 centuries after the teachings of Jesus Christ. Is that true?
The Quran was indeed written after Christ, yeah.
About 5 centuries later?
About so, yeah.
Okay. So now you have to make an ontological comparison with another historical text that supports the claim in chapter 61, verse 6.
Well, no, we can simply hold the position that there is no epistemic access because the verse in 61:6 doesn't say that it must be found in the scriptures. Show me that.
No, okay, so a claim will be evident based on the products that it produces, right? So a claim has to be true within of itself that it can't falsify itself.
Well, the thing is that you're saying that, look, this is what you're saying, and please correct me if I'm getting you wrong. You're saying that 61:6, the only way to verify or to be justified in believing that is if only we're able to actually verify this historically. That's what you're saying, right?
What I'm asking you is show me a historical context where Jesus actually said this without using the Quran as your evidence.
So the thing is that you're assuming that the only type of evidence that can be admitted to be justified in believing in 61:6 is that if we can show this specific part to be corresponding to reality.
Exactly. It has to correspond with reality.
Wait, one second. This is a weak critique because if we simply assume that there is no epistemic access, then we would simply be justified in virtue of verifying the claims of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasallam being the final messenger. For example,
Right,
Th-
but
th- wait, wait, wait,
you
wait,
hold
whoa, whoa,
on,
whoa, whoa,
hold
whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa,
Before
whoa,
you go
whoa,
off on a
whoa,
word salad and you go off on a,
whoa,
let me
whoa,
respond to.
whoa,
Let me
whoa,
respond to that.
whoa.
Let
I'm
me
not.
respond to
Well,
that.
I was just about
Let
to
me respond
finish.
to that.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
No, no.
Hey, hey,
Let's focus
easy,
on one.
easy, 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 easy. Calma. Rilassati, amigo. Oh, easy.
No, Gishgal.
Easy.
Okay, you want me to
I will
respond?
let you
Let me
speak.
respond.
I will let you get it out. But as soon as I'm done, the same way that I let you speak, you give me the same courtesy because this is my life. I'm allowing you to speak, but guess what? You have to let me end what I'm
I'm
saying.
asking for decorum. I'm asking for
Yeah,
decorum.
that's
If
fine.
you
Yeah,
made
that's
if you made
fine.
one claim, let me respond to one
So
claim at
yeah,
a time.
you're allowed to respond the moment I'm done. No issue with that. You can respond the moment that I'm done.
Don't make any other claims.
No other claims have been made. I'm giving you the substance for my claim. I made a claim. I said that there can be justification of a premise that doesn't have epistemic access, and I'm about to give the evidence for that. So please calm down, relax. It's okay. So
Okay.
here we go. Focus. For example, we as Muslims we believe in heaven and hell and punishment and reward. Although heaven and hell we don't have epistemic act, we can't verify. We don't see these things. We know them to be true by verifying the means of how this is going to happen. Meaning that we verify that Muhammad والسلام, is a true messenger of God, and because we've verified that, we then believe that there is heaven and there is hell and there is punishment and there is reward. Although we don't empirically verify these things or we don't historically corroborate them. So, the principle becomes if there is no epistemic access for something, we can still be justified in believing it due to the priors, meaning verifying the means of Muhammad والسلام, being the final messenger. That is the substance. So now, let me ask you a question because you said you believe in Christ. So let me ask
Sure.
you this. According to you, Matthew records an account of the post-resurrection of bodies coming out and walking out in Jerusalem. Nobody else records this except for Matthew, although we would expect evidence for this to be recorded. Now, what is your justification for Matthew's account being true without assuming your dogma? Go ahead.
Are you talking about the resurrection of Lazarus?
I'm talking about the bodies that came out their tombs after the resurrection of Christ, according to Matthew's account.
According to Matthew's account, Mary and another woman went up to the tomb before the body was even out of the tomb.
I'm not talking about the body of Christ. I'm talking about the other, the multiple human beings, the zombies, pretty much, that came
So
out their tombs. That
give
came
me
out their tombs. You want a reference?
a chapter and verse from Matthew that says this.
Yep, I got you. Matthew 27, verse number 51 to 53. At that moment, the curtain of the temple was torn into two from top to bottom. The earth was shook, the rock split, and the tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. They came out their tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the city, the holy city, and appeared to many people. Nobody, not a single soul, except to Matthew, records this. Do you have
Okay,
any
so the
justification to
Bible
wait,
that
wait,
I'm
wait, whoa,
looking
whoa,
at,
whoa, 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 whoa? Let me finish.
hold on. The
I
Bible
wasn't,
I'm looking
I
at
wasn't
doesn't
even done.
include that passage.
Ah, the Bible that you have doesn't include that passage. Wow.
Right. I have an Ethiopian 88 book Bible.
Ah, how convenient. Okay, beautiful. So this is
So
something
where are
that
you so where are you getting those
yeah,
texts from
this is
if you're
found.
not reading it from the Bible?
So hold on, you don't accept any translation
No,
except the Ethiopian Bible?
I'm asking you to prove that by using a Bible. Not
So
don't Google it, don't look it up, don't look up the
this
secret
is the
gospel of
Bible.
Matthew and what this is. Okay, because what I'm looking at doesn't show what you're saying.
Ah.
So
So
again,
so
let's pivot back to the claim you
no
made
no 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 no
earlier.
no no no
Let's
no
go
no no
back
no
to
no
my
no no no
original
no
point
no.
because we're
Why did it all do this shuffle? Whoa. Easy. There you go. There you go. Matthew 27, 51 to 53. This is the NIV, the New International Version, and this is the chapter and the verse. It's right in front of you. They came out of their tombs after Jesus' resurrection and went into the holy city and appeared to many people.
what does
No,
John say?
John doesn't include the story. That's the point.
John doesn't include it.
Nobody includes it except for Matthew. So now my question to you becomes very simple. What is the justification to believe what Matthew says if nobody else corroborates his story when he said that other people saw it without assuming a dogma? Go ahead.
Well, first of all, you're assuming that I fall under dogma.
You're a Christian, right?
No.
You believe in Christ? Do you believe in the Bible?
I believe in Jesus' teachings, yes.
Do you? Okay, good. Believing in the Bible is to believe in Christian dogma. That's what it means to believe in the Bible. Okay, good.
So let me correct you there real quick.
Do you believe in the resurrection, sir?
Do you know what dogma is?
Yeah, dogma is going to be a specific set of beliefs pertaining to a specific religion. Do you believe in those?
Right.
Good. So do you believe in the resurrection?
I'm not. I don't claim a religion.
I didn't ask that. I said, do you believe in the resurrection?
I don't claim a religion. Hey,
brother, if you're gonna play word games with me, I'm gonna send you packing back to Jerusalem. Answer the question. Do you believe in the resurrection?
Yes.
Good. The resurrection is a Christian dogma, right?
Depends on how you look at it.
It is a Christian dogma. Don't bullshit me. Now, when it comes to Matthew 27, verse number 51 to 53, you as a Christian, you're justified in believing it because according to Paul, every scripture of God is God-breathed, and therefore, even if you don't have epistemic access to other references that corroborate this, you still believe it because you verify the means where it came from, right?
Right, but you are conflating what I'm asking. I asked you, show me where Jesus himself says that Muhammad would come after him.
Well, hold on.
Without using the Quran. That's what I'm asking you, okay? And if that were something that Jesus actually said, it should be recorded. It should be recorded before.
One second.
Okay, so the only thing that I could compare what you're saying to is that when Jesus said, and God will send a helper, and this helper will come after me and help you know great things and stuff like that. If you're referring to Muhammad as a Holy Spirit, you've committed blasphemy right there.
Beautiful. Now, number one, I didn't appeal to any passage in the Bible. So don't put any words in my mouth. Number two,
I'm asking you, can you show me where it's recorded? If Jesus said this, show me where it's recorded outside of the Quran.
Easy there,
No, you see, you're pivoting. You're moving the goalposts.
Easy there, buddy.
Go back to the topic.
It's okay.
Show me where Jesus said. Show me where Jesus said in the Bible that.
Relax.
No, I'm asking.
Muhammad, relax. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Easy. Take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. Because you don't understand how you just shot yourself in the foot when you conceded that you can be justified in a set of beliefs or a belief or a dogma because you justify the price, aka the means by which you attain this knowledge.
How do you define God?
Yeah.
How do you define?
Yeah, bro. Define. Define the word define. Yep. Guys, everybody, let's push towards 100,000 likes. Wait, Rahim got his reference? Beautiful. Rahim got his reference. Oh, Rahman, whatever his name is. Allahu Akbar. Brother, you have the reference?
Brother, you need to. Can I please put my point across?
Do you have the reference?
I don't think it's respectful that
I was informed by one of my amazing mods that you have the reference, and his name is Jad. Wait. Now I don't want to fire Jad because he's the mod that told me this. I don't want to fire him.
Yeah.
So you said you have the reference, right?
Yes, but you need to. Do I have permission to speak for 1 minute, please?
No, you don't have permission.
Why? Is this a discussion? Is this a debate? What is this exactly?
This is my panel. You submit. You submit to my command. So do you have the reference? If so, bring it.
Okay. Okay. Bismillah. Now it's established that Al-Quran yufassiru ba'dahu ba'dan. Yeah. Ayat of the Quran do tafsir of each other, right or wrong? Do you agree or disagree?
In the Quran, there's ayat that are muhkam and ayat that are mutashabih, and the Quran does tafsir of the Quran.
Okay. Do you believe that number one,
أيوة.
what takes
Whoa,
tarjih?
whoa.
Ayah doing tafsir of other ayah. Do you agree with this?
1 second, buddy. I thought that you had a reference. I didn't think you came up for like a Q&A. I need a
No,
reference.
because
Nope, nope,
no,
nope, nope,
because
nope, 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 nope,
because you're
nope,
not
nope,
gonna
nope,
let me speak for a
nope,
minute,
nope,
so
nope,
you're
nope,
just
nope,
going to
nope, nope.
interrupt me.
Nope, I am going to interrupt you. I am going to do that. That's right. I want a reference for anybody from the first 3 centuries of Islam saying that 616 is about multiple people.
Okay, Bismillah.
Wait, do you have that
First
or
of
not?
all, I don't have a reference from the thingy, but I do have a reference.
Mm. Mm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's okay, Jad. It's okay. We know we caught him lying. It's okay. Jad is fine, guys. Jad didn't do anything bad. It's okay. He lied to him. Jad was fooled. He was deceived. It's okay. All right, let's move on. Anybody that disagrees with the prompt, feel free to request up. Man, bro, Ahmadis. I don't even debate Ahmadis, and you guys are so easy to debate. I don't even debate you guys. And yet you're this trash? Really? Reason with Raiden says, I'll do it for free. Alright, the request button is open. You're welcome to come up. Anybody's welcome to come up. Islam is the truth and Islam is the only truth. And if you disagree, come up and tell us why I disagree. Alright. Reason with Raiden.
What's up, host? How are you doing?
Nothing much. You're a Christian, correct?
Of course.
So that means you're according
You're
to your
Muslim,
name,
correct?
according to your name, your belief is aligned with reason, right?
Yes, my belief is aligned with reason, and that's the reason I came up to deal with your topic, no pun intended.
And that's the reason you came up. Beautiful. So why do you think that Islam doesn't align with reason, Mr. Raymond? Or Raiden, sorry.
Yeah, well, first of all, you would agree that reason is consistent, right?
I'm not sure what you mean, but if I'm understanding it correctly, sure, reason is
Truth.
consistent. This is very vague,
Truth.
by the way.
Look, true reasoning. I didn't get that.
This is very vague, but sure, let's go with it.
Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, what I mean by that is that if you're positing an argument, truth, for you know that it's true because it's consistent, correct?
Well, I'm not sure that something being consistent by itself means that it must be true. But if you're saying that a condition for something to be true is that it must be consistent or free from contradiction, then sure.
Look, host, I mean, it's your, like you said, and you're correct. It's your life. But truly, if you're going to do that with every single word that at this point, after a certain time, I wouldn't even know what reason means anymore.
Are you okay, bro?
You know what I mean.
Stop. I'm qualifying what I'm saying. If you mean that something is true merely because it's consistent, that doesn't make it true. For example, I can say that pigs can fly. That is something that's consistent. There's no like direct contradiction here, but it doesn't make it true because it doesn't correspond to reality. But if you mean by something to be true, that a criteria for it to qualify to be true is that it's free from contradictions, I agree with you. Don't be upset because I'm clarifying. Otherwise, you can just leave.
I'm not upset. Depend on it. I'm not upset.
But it sounds like you're gonna cry. It sounds like you're gonna cry, brother. Are you okay?
No.
You sure?
No. Well, look. Rage baiting is not going to work with me. I reason to the
No,
end.
I'm
What
looking
I'm
up.
saying is this.
I don't want it to cry. That's all. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
What you're gonna, I'm saying, if you're gonna take every single thing I say and try to put an hypothetical to make some foolish point, it really makes no sense talking about reason. I'm gonna say a reason within a context. You take it out of the context to mean something else so that you can make yourself look good.
Brother, you're boring
Let's
me.
get to it.
Just give the argument.
Okay, I agree. Let's get to your point, to the topic.
Are you in the toilet?
Muhammad is God's final prophet. Yeah, sorry.
You're in the toilet?
Yeah, prove me wrong. Oh, you're hearing an echo?
Yeah, I'm worried that I'm gonna be hearing something else soon. So please move somewhere else. Thank you.
Nah. What about now? Are you hearing me better now?
Now I think we're safe.
Oh, my apologies. Yeah, so you're saying that Muhammad is God's final prophet. I say no because I'm a Christian and I have a Christian paradigm, right? You're saying that based on your Muslim paradigm, I presume. Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to prove you wrong because you're holding to that. Just like you wouldn't be able to prove me wrong that he is not God's final prophet. What say you?
He probably didn't even wash his hands. That's right. He probably don't even wash his hands. What a shame. Guys, is there anybody that's actually serious about disproving Islam? Please. Anybody that wants to come up and disprove the messenger. Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Alayhi afdal salatu wassalam. Except from Taqi and Truth Noah. Except from these two. Because they're both trolls. So. Anybody that wants to come up and disprove Islam, feel free to come up. Also, guys, if you haven't followed me, make sure you do follow. Make sure you turn on post notifications because we have some good content coming out on here and also on the YouTube. And I don't want you guys to miss it out, inshallah. I don't want to miss it out. Finding truth. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing much. What's your belief system?
At this point, I don't even know what you, brother, but I live off of a system called GABOS. Game ain't based on sympathy, bro. And that's what pushes me through life no matter what it is. But I just feel like with your belief system, it definitely is not the correct way. But I'm going to let you be. Take care of yourself.
Nah, he got me there, bro. Not gonna lie. He got me there. Not gonna lie, bruv. Alright, guys, is anyone that's actually serious? This is... We're not seeing substance. I don't even know what he said. What did he say? What was his motto? Subhanallah. One guy comes up and says that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad is prophesied in chapter 61, verse number 6. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Allah musta'an. By the way, guys, inshallah ta'ala, the next debate, or the next 3v3 debate, is supposed to be posted next week, Saturday, inshallah. Or at least that's how much we know. I will be doing a reaction video of it on TikTok, and I'll probably be streaming it on YouTube. So that way we can have both going at the same time. And man, oh man. Man, oh man, is it going to be good. Woo. Inshallah ta'ala, you guys are going to have fun with this one. Imagine that IP, Avery, and this other girl, they got together and they thought of this new touch of an Islamic dilemma, this new way to run the Islamic dilemma. I'm not gonna give too much away, but when they bring it out and they try to actually debate it, it gets absolutely decimated in front of their faces. So it's a new Islamic dilemma they tried to run, but it flopped. Unfortunately, it flopped big time. I'm requesting. I don't see you requesting. If you're a non-Muslim and you want to come up, make sure you request up. Only if you disagree with the prompt, guys. I'm only taking people who disagree with the prompt. All right. It should be out next week, Saturday, around 2:30 p.m. UK time. That's when it's gonna be out. Okay. Alright, we'll give it a few more minutes. See if anybody else wants to join. If not, then we're just gonna call it. Bidnillah ta'ala. Make sure you guys share the live. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the shares up. All right. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? You okay?
Nothing much. What's your belief system?
Yep. So, I believe in God. Yeah, so I believe in God.
Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe in what exactly? What was that?
Sorry, hello, can you hear me? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. What's your belief system? What do you believe in? Which God do you believe
Yeah,
in?
I said, was there, I believe in the one true creator. I asked you, is there a specific reason why you don't believe that Christianity is true?
But are you a Christian?
Pardon?
Are you a Christian?
Hell no, shout out Cora the Tay Tay, shout out the Muslim Apologetic, man, because y'all be frying Ellen Paul.
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Are you a Christian?
Yeah, I'm definitely a Christian.
Beautiful. Muhammad is God's final prophet. Prove me wrong. Win $1,000.
The reason why I don't believe that Muhammad is the final prophet is because he contradicts every prophet before him.
He contradicts every prophet before him. And how do you know that he contradicts every prophet before him? How do you establish that?
Because Muhammad, he don't believe that Jesus is God, and he don't believe that the death, burial, and resurrection happened.
No. I'll give an example, right? Like, if you tell me, hey, let's say I'm a teacher, right? And you tell me, hey, you can't be a teacher. You contradicted these school rules, for example. Let's say I don't give you guys homework, for example. The only way for you to know that I don't align with the school rules is that if you have the actual school rules, right?
Okay.
So you have the rules of the college or the school, university. You compare it to what I'm doing, And then you're like, okay, he doesn't match, therefore he's a false teacher, right?
I hear you.
Good. So now let's apply the same critique to Muhammad alayhi salam. In order to establish that Muhammad contradicted Christ, you must first establish the historicity of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, right?
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so what is your best evidence for Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John being historically reliable?
My best evidence of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John is that if you do your observation of these particular books, you will see that it is archaeology and also historical. That everything that happened in these books is definitely true if you do your observation of it.
Well, first of all, you're not telling me
Mhm.
how it's historical. You're saying it's historical because the archaeology matches. Now, you didn't give an exact example. Plus, something matching with an archaeological detail within the Gospels doesn't tell us that the Gospels of Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John are historically reliable. When I say historically reliable, I want you to show me that historically the ones who authored Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John are going to be either the disciples of the disciples or the disciples themselves, depending on which gospel. So, how do you prove that? How do you prove that, for example, the disciple of Jesus, John, wrote the book of John?
Well, the only, I mean, I'm in the 21st century, so the only historical evidence I can give you is the church fathers. The church fathers like Polycarp, Clement of Rome. They speak that the four Gospels was written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So that's the only evidence I can give you is the church fathers.
Okay, well, church fathers can't be evidence by themselves. Number one, the earliest attestation for Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John being Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John, they come from Irenaeus of Lyon in 180 AD, which is much longer after the fact. What is Irenaeus' evidence that Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John wrote Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John? What is his evidence? Because
But
he comes much later.
But that is not true. I believe that there is a historian that's in the first century. I have to find his name, but he speaks of that the gospel was written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I would have to look for him.
Oh,
And
bring it. Please bring me someone earlier than Irenaeus that identifies the Gospels that we have today to be Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John.
okay, well, can you give me? I tell you what, brother. I would have to give me. Let somebody else come up and let me get all my evidence, and I will come back and give you that. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, that's cool.
No worries. Snacks and desserts.
Yeah, good day, brother.
Nothing much. What's your belief system?
Yeah, I believe if Muhammad is God's final prophet, why is it that there is no testament about him?
Just wait. What's your belief system? What do you believe in?
There is no prophecy about Muhammad being the final prophet.
What do
In
you
the fact,
what do you believe in?
I'm a Christian.
Okay, good. You're a Christian. Where does the Bible say that if someone's not prophesied by previous prophets that he's a false prophet? Where does the Bible give that criteria? Show me.
Wait, for you to be a final prophet, the seal of all prophets, then I think you ought to be something important because when Christ was coming, God said He is the way, the truth, and the light. And there
Okay.
were several prophecies about
Where
Him
does the Bible give
being.
the criteria that if you're the final prophet, you must be prophesied? Where does the Bible give that criteria?
You know, I'm questioning you that where is the evidence that Muhammad is the final prophet?
Yeah. So
Because
one
I
second,
can
one
come
second.
from nowhere and tell you that
When
I'm also
when
the
you
final prophet.
when you determine that someone's a prophet, you get your criteria from the Bible, right?
Come again.
When you want to know if someone's a true prophet, you get that criteria from the Bible, correct?
Exactly.
Okay. Where does the Bible say that if someone is a prophet or a final prophet, that they must be prophesied about?
Well, it doesn't clearly say that. But for you to be a final prophet, that means you must be someone important, very, very important to the world. And hence, there needs to be sure evidence that indeed you are coming to fulfill a prophecy of a final prophet. Just like Christ came to fulfill the
So
prophecy of
you're
the
teaching us
priesthood.
you're teaching us something that Jesus and the prophets didn't teach. You're teaching something new, correct?
No, because even Paul said, if anyone comes to you who is an angel, even if an angel comes to you preaching anything different from what we have, you shouldn't listen to him. And
That's about
Muhammad actually preached something
one
different.
second. That's about identifying someone who's a false prophet. I'm saying to know.
Exactly.
Wait. That's different from asking how do you know that someone is a true prophet. These two things are different. We're not talking about how the Bible knows that someone is a false prophet. We're talking about how the Bible defines that someone is a true prophet. You said that the Bible does not say that a true prophet must be
I
prophesied.
didn't say the Bible. I didn't say the
Let me
Bible. I
finish.
said there was no evidence
Let
of
me
Muhammad coming.
finish.
That twisting my word.
Let me finish, brother. You said that the Bible doesn't clearly say that a true prophet in
I didn't
order
say the Bible. Once again, I didn't say
brother,
the Bible.
you need to stop talking. Let me finish. You
Did I
said
say the Bible?
yes.
Check the Bible out.
Yes. You
I
said
said, where is the evidence?
you said that the Bible doesn't clearly state that if someone is a true prophet that they must be prophesied about. That's what you said. And I asked you, okay, you're teaching us something that the Bible doesn't teach, which is if someone's the final prophet, they must be prophesied, right? Either you're teaching something new or the Bible already taught it. Which one?
What I said is, for you to be a final prophet, you must be someone very
Where do you get that
important.
from? Do you get that from yourself or from the Bible?
When you compare it to Christ, he being the savior, the truth, and the way, he was someone very, very important.
Hey, brother, can you answer my
And he
question?
said,
Brother, answer my question, please. Focus on the question. When you say a final prophet that's important must be prophesied, do you get that criteria from the Bible or from yourself?
well, it's not from the Bible, but then when
Okay,
you
good.
compare it to
So
Christ being
wait.
the final,
Step by step. Slowly. I don't know why you guys play these games all the time. So it's not from the Bible. So you're bringing something new that the Bible doesn't teach, right?
no, I'm not bringing
Okay.
something new that the Bible
Pause.
doesn't.
So if it's not new, then it's in the Bible, right?
It can be compared to someone in the Bible, exactly.
No, that's not what I asked you. If you're bringing a new criteria, then it's new. It's not in the Bible, right?
It is not in the Bible, but
So
then
it's
it's comparable to someone in the
so
Bible.
it's new, right?
Not new, we've seen it before.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
show
the
me. Okay,
question,
good.
listen to the question I
So
asked you. Listen to the question I
no.
asked you.
If it's not new, show me in the Bible where it states that for someone to be a true prophet and they claim to be final prophet, that they must be prophesied. Show me that.
Once again, I said not necessarily the Bible. I asked you
Good.
like
So it's not in the Bible.
a
It's from you,
question.
right? It's from you. It's not from the Bible, correct?
I asked you a question that
Hey, brother, if it's not from the Bible, where'd you get
where
that criteria from? It's very simple. Where do you get that criteria from if it's not from the Bible? Where'd you get it from?
I'm not quoting a criteria. It's not a criteria that I'm quoting.
Whoa.
What
Pause.
I'm saying is, listen.
Pause. What? Because you're being very dishonest now. When you say, if Muhammad is a true prophet and he's the final prophet, he must be prophesied. That's what you're saying, right? Yes or no?
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that a criteria?
Yeah, as compared to Christ,
Is it
it must be a
Is it
criteria.
a criteria or no? It's very
It is
simple.
not explicitly stated in the Bible, but then
Hey, brother,
comparing it
when
to
you say for someone to be a true prophet, they must be prophesied about? Is that a criteria or no? Don't lie to me now.
It is not a criteria, but then
it's not a criteria. Peace out, bro.
How do we verify that this person coming is the final prophet? How do we?
I can't speak to someone that's this dishonest. When you literally give a criteria and then you lie to me saying that is not a criteria, I can't speak to you. You're literally lying through your teeth. Why would you do that? If you're on an actual substantive conversation, why would you lie to yourself and lie to me? Why? What's the point? Allah musta'an. They're literally willing to lie to you mid conversation and still allow the conversation to continue the conversation like nothing happened. You okay?
Hello. How are you?
Who
keeps score? Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, that's fine. What's your belief system?
I am a Christian.
Beautiful. Why do you disagree with the prompt?
Wait. So are we discussing the what do you have put on your stream up there?
Yes. Why do you think that Muhammad alayhi is not the final prophet?
Because we have records and church leaders in Ethiopia that claim to have been in Mecca. I don't know if you know Bilal al-Habashi, the first Muslim call to prayer, the Ethiopian.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had Ethiopians in Mecca during the time of Prophet Muhammad, and they've seen him perform fake tricks to pretend he was a prophet.
They've seen him perform fake tricks to pretend.
Like it's written by our church leaders, yeah.
Okay.
Ethiopia hasn't been corrupted. Like we don't have any.
Bring the evidence.
Like we have the.
What should I look up? Help me right now.
We have the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah. So what am I looking up? Oh, this is gonna be good.
Bilal al-Habashi.
No, I know the person. I'm saying the evidence that church leaders said that Muhammad done false miracles or false whatever.
Oh, I don't know how you would look up Ethiopian manuscripts.
How did you look it up?
Well, in Ethiopia, obviously, I was born there. They have it there.
So before we continue,
you gotta realize this is about what 1500.
Wait, is your evidence for your argument, is it demonstrable? Can you demonstrate it to me, or is it non-demonstrable?
I can demonstrate it through your Quranic verse.
Well, the Quran doesn't necessarily say that church leaders accuse Muhammad of doing tricks to claim to be a prophet.
No. I can point to a verse that lies about the Quran being preserved.
So before we get into that, I'm just saying, regarding your first argument, it's non-demonstrable, right? You can't demonstrate that. You can't demonstrate the evidence, right?
So we can't demonstrate it through manuscripts and.
No, that's your
actual
claim.
People who
no.
Actual people who've said.
That's your claim. I'm saying, can you demonstrate that to me now? Is that demonstrable now to me? Are you able to present the evidence?
Oh, you want a tangible proof right now? Unless you go to Ethiopia, I can't prove it to you.
Okay,
unless you go there, I can't prove it to you.
So the first argument is
not
dismissed.
Through the internet.
The first argument is dismissed because we have lack of evidence. Now, what's your second argument?
Okay, second.
By the way, when you're off the screen, we can't hear you.
Quranic verse 15:9. Sorry.
Quran 15:9. Yeah. Inna nahnu anzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. What about it?
So it says it's been corrupted and the Bible has been preserved. My argument to you, it says the Bible hasn't been corrupted and the Quran is the only uncorrupted text, right? That's why it was brought forth, because the rest have been corrupted. My question here is, then how do you explain the Ark of the Covenant the Ethiopians have had that came directly from the Jewish prophets?
Pause. Pay attention. Focus. You quoted chapter 15, verse number 9, where it says, "It is certainly we who have revealed the reminder," meaning the Quran, "and it is certainly we who will preserve it." That's the verse. Okay?
Yep.
Now, what is the evidence that contradicts that the Quran is preserved?
What is the evidence that contradicts that the Quran is preserved?
Because that's your claim, right? That's your evidence to why Islam is false, right?
Correct.
So give the evidence for the contrary. Why is the Quran not preserved?
Because okay, so it's the same as yours. If Muhammad's your final prophet, for us, Jesus is the final. So the Quran, the preservation of the Quran, it just makes no sense. Because the Injil is supposed to be your final text. It is. Your final text is the Injil. The Quran is made by one man, and it's Muhammad and his companions. It's falsified text.
Brother, do you smoke weed? Be honest. It's okay. Do you smoke hash?
Okay. I mean, we can be a little more respectful than that.
No,
So
no,
what
no.
are you confused about what I'm saying?
This is a
I'm
genuine
confused.
question. Do you smoke weed? So honestly.
No, of course not.
Are you sure?
Okay, you see now you just insults.
Okay.
Like that's rather than answer my questions,
do
you
you
insult.
consume substances? Maybe.
Why can't you answer the question rather than insult me?
Because you didn't ask the question.
I think I backed you into a corner. I backed you into a corner.
I'm in such a corner right now. I'm so backed up. You made a statement, brother. You didn't ask a question. So I am pretty sure that you are on substances. I'm pretty certain of that, actually. Because you didn't actually ask a question. You made a statement. You said that Injil is your final testament, not the Quran.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Help me then. Where does the Quran say that the Injil is supposed to be the final testament?
But that's what I'm saying. The Quran is complete false. Why would you go to a false text?
Okay, why is the
for
Quran
confirmation?
Why is the Quran completely false?
It changes all the messages from the previous texts, from the previous scripture. It changes all the messages. There's no Passover.
How does that make it false?
What?
How does the Quran change what the previous texts say make it false?
Literally everything in it has been there's so many details rewritten in the Quran.
I know that. How does that make it false?
What kind of question is that? What do you mean? How does it make it false? It's rewritten. It's rewritten, and you're telling me it's not false.
I know that. How does that make the Quran false?
What? What are you asking?
What?
I'm telling you, it's false. It's being rewritten.
So let me help you. Because
brother, you gotta open your heart. You're scared.
So
I understand.
This argument, one second. This argument assumes the New Testament and the Old Testament to be true, right? And you're saying, hey, hold on. We have the New Testament and Old Testament. They're true. The Quran contradicts it and changes it. Therefore, the Quran is false. That's your argument, right?
Bingo.
Good.
Yes.
So you first have to prove to me that the New and the Old Testament are true, my brother, because I don't believe that they're true.
True or preserved?
Preserved and true.
We can confirm it's true and preserved. We can mainly put the preservation the main.
Go ahead. Prove to me that the New Testament is true, please.
Okay, go and type in the Ark of the Covenant and put in Ethiopia.
Okay. And this is gonna do what? It's gonna prove that the New Testament.
This is gonna show you that we have the exact texts that were not manufactured after Jesus, the Injil, after Jesus left. The exact preserved text.
The Ark.
The one you guys claim the Quran is. You guys say the Quran is
Ethiopian.
Preserved and hasn't been
Ethiopian Orthodox Tawhedo Church claims the original Ark of the Covenant resides in the holy city of Aksum, according to the ancient foundational text, the Kebra Nagasat. Is that right?
Correct.
It was brought to Ethiopia. Okay, so let me actually copy that and let me. So you're saying that this text, the Kebra Nagasat, that text is the New Testament?
I'm saying that text is the preserved direct gospel of Jesus and all his followers.
Good. Let's actually.
And it includes the laws of Moses, the Jewish laws.
Beautiful. Okay. Oh, Scholarly consensus dates the compilation of the complete written version of Kebra Nagasat to the early 14th century, 1314 AD. Hey brother, are you fooling me?
What are you talking about?
Are you fooling me?
Go back and read that. What'd you say?
Yeah, it says. Let me. Oh wow. Oh wow.
You typed.
Look.
Yeah, there you go. Show me. Yeah, I need to see what you're reading.
Look what it says. Scholarly consensus dates the whatever that is, Kebra Nagasat, to the 14th century. When did Jesus live?
Yeah, it says the consensus dates the compilation of the complete.
Okay, so when is the? Okay, let's look at the earliest dating. Earliest fragment.
Well, you think it takes what 200 years to write a full
Okay.
What?
Let's look at this. Oh, there are. You just made this off. You just baked this off. There are no surviving ancient fragments of the Kebra Nagasat. The foundational text exists as complete manuscript codices, the earliest surviving in the early 15th century. Brother, you just just like a baking machine. You can just keep baking yourself. So
bring up the text. Go back. Bring up the text. Hit the show more. See, you're running. Hit show more. Hit show more.
My brother.
You're hiding, man. I know you're doing something foolish over there.
My brother.
You're doing something foolish over there.
Read it. It's in your face, buddy. Read it. It's in your face, brother.
Hit the show more button for me.
Okay. But what's your name? Buddy, what's your name?
See, you see that 6th century CE part? Renowned translators theorize that the underlying groundwork and legends, drawn traditions, and apocrypha dating as far back as the 4th to 6th century.
So when did Jesus live?
Do you see what it says? What you're typing? The stuff you highlighted says
when
it was officially compiled and translated
when did Jesus
into
live, brother? When did Jesus live?
2026 years ago. Yeah.
So how many years? Let's take this theory by this random bozo, whoever he is. According to his wait, hold on. According to his theory, how many years later does your text come? If it's from the 4th to the 5th to the 6th century, how many years later does it come?
What, the Gospels? What are you talking about?
Your text, buddy, the Kebra Nagasat. According to that theoretical dating, how late is it to Jesus? It's 500 years, right?
Of course, it was written by his scribes, his companions, the same.
Okay. So what's your name?
Brooke.
Gak?
Brook.
Brooke.
Yes,
your religion is false, buddy. Religion is false.
How?
Your religion is false. False. The earliest attestation that you have to Jesus comes 500 years later.
The Quran comes 600 years later. So why does that?
But we don't claim that the Quran is historical to Jesus. You claim that this is historical to Jesus.
Yes, and it's been preserved, is what I'm saying. Yes.
Prove it. It comes 500 years later, bro. Are you okay?
I don't understand. What are you saying? Are you saying it had to be written right then and there when he was there?
Hey, buddy.
And then it had to be compiled the same year that he existed? The exact same year?
If you're claiming that the text that you have tells you the reliable information about Jesus, and it comes 500 years later, I'ma tell you
the compilation. Yes.
Nope. The writing, according to what we just said, it said that the tradition, not the compilation. It said that the tradition dates back to the 5th century, not the compilation. So don't lie to me.
The tradition is even better. Okay.
So
don't. You could go with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
What does that prove?
If I came to you and I told you, hey, I have this document about a prophet, but it comes 500 years after the prophet, would you believe me?
Yeah. Why? I don't understand why I wouldn't. What's the reason I wouldn't believe it?
These are the mental patients we have to deal with, guys. These are the cooked mental patients that we have to work with, unfortunately. This is actually quite embarrassing that you think. Why would you even appeal to that? You can go to earlier texts that predate this, whatever this is. Are these people even Christian? Like, hey man. Oh man, oh man. Man, oh man. Yo, Mario, you Christian, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Do you take whatever this thing is that he just quoted?
I don't know what that is.
He's smoking, right?
I don't got no input on that. I don't know what that is.
Probably smoking something. Probably smoking something. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
The prompt though, my baby. What did the prompt say? Muhammad. How do you say that word?
Muhammad.
No, the little joint next to it.
Oh, you can just say peace be upon him.
No, in Arabic.
Alayhi salatu wassalam.
I ain't gonna lie, that joint be sounding like wrong. Yeah, I say that. It's kind of cool. But nah, I reject Muhammad as final prophet. Just simply like Galatians 1:6-9. Like if Muhammad it wasn't consistent with the teachings of the Gospels. But I know like the Gospel's corrupted and all that stuff. So it's like a hamster wheel argument we get into.
Just wait. How is Muhammad not consistent with the message of the gospel?
Jesus tells us to believe in him to get eternal life, to get to the Father.
Okay. Before we continue, let's first work a few things out. Do you know the context? Do you know the context behind why Paul wrote Galatians?
Not off the top of my head, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I read about it before.
So, the book of Galatians is written after the name of the church of Galatia.
Yeah.
So Paul is writing these letters, and one of them being the letters of Galatians, because he's hearing that there's other gospels that are spreading around of different people who are writing different gospels about what the crucifixion and the resurrection mean. Okay, and he's refuting them. He's responding to them. And because he's responding to them, Paul is now saying that anybody who brings an opposing gospel to my gospel, let them be condemned, let them be accursed, right? So now, we can both agree that in the first century there was multiple gospels that all claim to be the gospel of Jesus Christ that were going around, right?
Gotcha. I'm with you.
Okay, good. Now, in order for you to say that Islam got the gospel of Jesus Christ correct, you must prove that Paul is a true apostle, right? A true teacher, a true prophet, whatever, that actually teaches what Christ taught. Now, the only evidence that we supposedly have of Paul being a true prophet and a true apostle, or at least the evidence that he gives, is that he met Jesus on the road to Damascus and he had an encounter with him. Thing is that that's his claim. Nobody else.
Well, I mean, there's other people who like Peter. The Lord spoke to Peter. He spoke to I think.
No, I understand that Christ came to different people, but I'm saying that Paul's way of verifying himself is that he said that Christ came to me, and then he had a change of heart, whatever. Now, let's say that even if Paul was honest, let's say Paul was honest and he truly believed that Christ came to him, that still doesn't make him a true apostle, doesn't qualify him as a true apostle. Now, we have to actually compare and contrast the different teachings. What did Christ teach and what did Paul teach? Now, putting that aside, we can get to that in a second. You said, I asked you, okay, how does Muhammad, peace and blessings upon him, oppose the gospel of Christ? And you quoted Christ saying that he is the way to the Father. And you said that opposes Islam, right?
Yes.
How does that oppose Islam? This is completely in line with what we believe as Muslims, that Whenever a prophet is sent to a nation, whenever Moses sent to the Israelites, whenever Christ sent to the Israelites, whenever different prophets are sent to different nations, they become the way to God. So
So
when Christ was sent, he
can I
was the way.
respond to that really quick?
Yeah, I'm about to finish up.
All right.
So it's very
All right,
simple.
go on.
When Christ was sent, he was the only way at his time to the Father because he was the messenger and the prophet of that time. Same thing with Moses. During Moses' time, he was the only way and messenger to the Father. Same thing with Muhammad. Peace and blessing upon him. Whenever he was sent, he is the only way to salvation. Right? So that doesn't oppose.
Yeah, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So I don't think it lines up necessarily because Jesus makes a definitive claim. John, I'm pretty sure we know John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son, and that doesn't line up with Muslim theology. One, Allah cannot be a father, in any sense, let alone having a begotten son. So that's not consistent again to what the Islamic theology.
Well, when you say that it's inconsistent, it needs to be broken down because number one, we don't have an issue if prophets in the past used father-son terminology. We don't have an issue with that because the Book of Deuteronomy.
I mean, you probably don't.
No, I'm saying as Muslims we don't because we affirm
Right.
that
Well,
different.
the Quran does.
Okay, fine. We can
But
get
not
into
to
that.
cut you off. My bad, bro. You can keep going. My bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Actually, yeah. Show me where the Quran says that Christ couldn't have called God a father. Show me that.
Where Christ could not have called God Father?
Yeah, where does the Quran say that anybody exclusively from Adam to Muhammad couldn't have referred to God as father?
Surah 5:18.
Okay, let's read chapter 5, verse number 18. Quran 5:18.
I think this scripture in particular, Allah rejects even the covenantal language to be called a father.
The Jews and the Christians each say, we are the children of Allah and His most beloved. Say, O Prophet, why does He punish you for your sins? No, you're only humans like others of His making. He forgives whoever He wills and punishes whoever He wills. To Allah alone belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth and everything that's in between, and to Him is the final return. Okay, so you do understand that this context refutes you because the context of the Jews and the Christians saying that they're the children of Allah is that they are free of punishment. Meaning, they didn't take the term child of God to be merely a servant, like how the Book of Deuteronomy defines it. They took the word child to specifically mean that they are free from God's wrath and God's punishment. Meaning,
what does it say?
It said, because here, look what it says. The Jews and the Christian each say, we are the children of Allah and His most beloved. And then here's the Quranic response. The Quran says, say, O Prophet, why then does He punish you for your sins? So he's refuting them, saying, okay, if you are God's beloved and God's children, why does He punish you? Which means that they believe that what it means to be a child is to not be punished. Meaning that they
Where
are
does it say that in?
That's
just a statement after the question.
Let's use an example. Okay, if I tell you, I'm the best basketball player on my team. Okay, now and then you come and tell me, oh, why then are you playing worse than Michael? Right? When I say why then, it means that you thought that you were playing better than Michael, right?
Right.
But you're not playing better than Michael, and therefore you're worse, right?
Gotcha.
Good. Let's apply the same standard. When it says, why then does He punish you for your sins? It means that.
But you see, that's a direct.
One sec. When it says, why does He then punish you for your sins? It means that they thought that they don't get punished for the sins, right?
No, not right. But I'm following you.
Right. So you're following, and if you.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with that though.
That's fine. You don't have to agree with that. But I'm saying that this is the Quranic understanding of when they use that term child specifically to mean that they are free from God's wrath. The same way.
Wait. Where does that say that then? I mean, who thinks that?
We just agreed.
No, we didn't. That's why I said I didn't agree to that. I'm following what you're saying.
I'm talking about the example that I gave. We just agreed that if someone says, okay, if you claim to be
the best
basketball player, but then why are you playing worse than Michael? You agreed. Right. You agreed that this means that I'm claiming to be better than Michael, right?
Right, but you see how? So wait. Let's break that down.
Okay,
you see how that claim is broad. That's not saying like, oh, it's not saying as a basketball player, what I'm better than. I mean, overall basketball player, I'm better than him. You're not saying exactly what you're better than him at. You're just saying as a basketball player, I feel like I'm better than him.
I don't think you're understanding.
This is. Wait. Let me land. I'll let you land every time.
Yeah, but
I'll
you're
let
not
you land all
following,
your
bro.
points.
You're not following.
No. I don't think you're following what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. You saying that you would say that you're the best. You're better. You're a better basketball player. Then, well, you're not playing better than Michael. So with that claim, then you're not a better basketball player. That's what you're saying. Is that a good statement of your point?
That's not what I'm saying. Please pay
Okay,
attention.
go ahead.
What I'm saying is that if I come to you and I say, oh, well, why then are you not playing better than Michael? It means that basketball player, he thinks to be the best basketball player is to play better than Michael. Right?
Right.
Good. Very good. Let's apply that same standard. Say, oh prophet, why then does he punish you for your sins? It means that they think that to be children of God is to not be punished for their sins. Right?
That's the point I'm getting at. Who says that? Nobody is saying that.
Okay, good. Now, who says that? That's a different question. What I'm saying is what the Quranic language uses child to mean. Can we both agree that the author of the Quran thinks that when Jews and Christians use the word child of God, that it means that they're free from punishment? Can we both agree on that?
Clearly, but who's to say that's what they're thinking of?
Good. Very good. So what that means is that the Quranic author, when he's condemning them using that term child, he thinks that they mean that they are free from punishment. Now,
but what if they don't mean that?
One second. Whether they let's put something very straight. Whether they mean that or not, let's put that aside for a second. Let's put that in a box. Right. Let's put it aside. Okay?
Gotcha.
Let's stick to what the Quranic author condemns, what he thinks. Okay? Good. The Quranic author saying what they mean by child is that they're free from punishment, and I'm condemning that. Right?
Yep.
Good. That is what's being condemned. What is not being condemned is the term child being used interchangeably with servant. We see this in the book of Deuteronomy. The book of Deuteronomy uses the term child to refer to someone who's a servant of God.
A child can be a servant.
Good.
A servant can be a child, though.
Here's what we conclude. We conclude is that what is being condemned is if the term child means free from punishment. What is not being condemned is the term. Let me finish. Let me finish.
All right, go ahead. I mean, you're going on a crazy monologue. Let's have a conversation.
But I'm making a point because you a second ago you misunderstood what I'm saying, and I had to clarify because you misunderstood. So I'm being very careful on how I'm phrasing this. So what I'm saying is that what the Quran is condemning is for child to mean someone who's free from punishment. Whether or not they believe that that's different, that's a whole different discussion. What we're saying is that the Quranic author condemns child of God to mean free from punishment.
That's it?
That's it.
Alright, so that's it's just an example. That's not the direct what up? Next door. Yes, she is next door. Alright, she'll be back there. That's not a direct. Dang, I just lost my train of thought, bro.
Let's make it very simple. Let's make it very simple. This verse doesn't condemn the word child meaning a servant of God, right? It merely condemns child meaning someone who's free from punishment from God. Correct?
So, no, bro.
We just read it.
I think that's just an example, bro. Like that doesn't mean that's. See you later. That's just an example that he uses. It says the Jews and Christians say we are the children of Allah and His beloved. Period. And then he gives an example. That example doesn't mean that's what they believe. He just gives an example like, well, if that's your children, why are you being punished?
Right, because he thinks that according to them, to be a child is to be free from punishment. Right?
Okay. Regardless of if he thinks that or not. Regardless if he thinks that or not, what does it have to do with what they're saying? What they're doing it for?
I got you. Because what that means is what the Quranic authors condemning is the term child being used in reference to being free from wrath. Not that you
disagree, bro.
That's the context of the verse. Oh, you're calling yourself a child? Oh, how come God punishes you then? So what I'm saying is that according to you, child means someone who's free from punishment. So I'm saying
Nobody
that
thinks
this is
that. That's not logical.
that's fine. That's fine. Again, let's be very clear. Whether they actually think that, we put that in a box and we put that aside. That's a different discussion. We're looking at whether or not the Quranic author allows for the term child if it merely means servant. If it merely means a servant of God, the Quranic author doesn't show animosity towards that definition. He only shows animosity if it means someone who's free from God's wrath. It's very simple, bro.
Then so even if I wouldn't even say grant that to you because I still don't agree. But Surah 1988-93 is again negates or refutes Allah being a father in any sense still.
Yeah,
So you have to show me
I
where
can
the-
agree with you. One second, I can agree with you that
Okay.
we don't refer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a father from this Sharia onwards. That doesn't mean that it could. So when I say Sharia, I mean jurisprudence, meaning from the time of Muhammad
Yeah,
when he
that
became prophet.
chapter that one.
Right. So
Right.
because it was revealed during the time of Muhammad, sure, we don't use that term now, but there's nothing that stops it being used prior. Nothing that stops it.
You have to show me where he once allowed it then.
Yep, he
Because
allowed.
all I'm reading. All I'm reading is where he rejects it in any kind of way.
Where he allowed. One second. Where he allowed the term father.
Yeah.
One second, bro. Him rejecting it means that we don't use. Now, my claim is, I'm not saying that for certain Christ and the prophets used it. I'm saying if they did, there'll be no issue. For example, let me give an example.
If he's rejecting it, where? Well, I mean, because stay on this topic.
One second. I'm going to give you a very simple example. For example, the Quran talks about how prior to Muhammad, prostration to other than God was permissible. During the time of Joseph,
prostration to who?
Prostration to other than God was permissible. You could prostrate to other than God, and that would be permissible. It wouldn't be incorrect to do so. Now, the Quran and the Sunnah make it clear that from Muhammad's point onwards, prostration to other than God is impermissible. You can't do that. Now, this is an example of something where the Quran tells us what the previous law was and then gives us the new law. This is an example of when the Quran tells us. Now let's give another example.
Wait, can
I'm about to land. I'm making. I promise.
You go on a huge monologue, though. I understand your point.
This is very important. I gave you an example of when the Quran does. Just let me land. If you let me land, it will go much easier. Where the Quranic author gives a comparison between things that he tells about in the past. Now, the things where he doesn't tell. For example, the Quran talks, or the Sunnah, for example, talks about how the prayers went from being 50 up until 5 prayers. Now, the Quran doesn't tell us how many prayers Christ had. It doesn't tell us. Now, does that mean that because the Quran doesn't tell us, that means that Christ had to have prayed 5 times? No. Because it's simply going to be that the Quran coming, in virtue of it coming forth, it abrogates the previous legislation. It doesn't need to say, hey, by the way, guys, this is what they did. This is exactly what they did. Here's the abrogation. Doesn't need to do that. So when you ask me, oh, show me where he first allowed it, that's a fallacy. I don't have to do that. I'm done.
I was trying to stick on your first point because you said something in your first point that I was trying to talk about, but you went to talk about something that really didn't. The two analogies you gave didn't necessarily connect completely.
Didn't give an analogy, just give you a verse in the Quran. I give you an example of legislation that's being introduced in the Quran, and the Quran doesn't say that this was the case at Christ's time. Therefore, the Quran can bring abrogations without saying, hey, this is exactly what I'm abrogating. It doesn't need to do that.
I feel you, bro. All right, that's cool.
All right, I'm gonna go and end here because I have to go pray soon. But I appreciate you coming
up.
Bro. And feel free to come back another time.
Yep, have a good one. God bless.
You too, bro. Alright, guys, if you haven't followed, make sure you do follow. And if you're on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate every single one of you guys coming through and watching the live. Inshallah ta'ala, we should be doing these lives every single day if Allah wills it. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.